Come on, come on. Troopsies, what your ass doing on Big O? Get your ass out from out Big O. You ain't got no business over there. Get your ass from out Big O. Troopsies. I'm going to say this in your voice, Tripsies. Get your ass from over there. Bright Streaks, first in the building. What's up, good brother? Yeah, this nigga, I wasn't even planning on going live. But this nigga is over here lying again. And now you're lying on a black woman. You lying on this black girl mom. She ain't got the mitigated audacity to blame this young lady mom. Hey, this nigga said that a 13-year-old's mother lied about her age. Why would a 13-year-old mother lie to an 18-year-old so he can date her daughter? Well, it makes no sense to me. Why would a mother want her daughter, her underage daughter, to date an adult? That makes no sense. Is he live on YouTube? Because Twitch, you can't rewind it until damn. Ah, fuck, you can't rewind Twitch while he live. And he's gonna have to start from where he at. Yo, y'all know this nigga went live for 8 hours last night? You just found someone called the Black Santa Claus. I thought St. Nicholas was black. To call yourself the Black Santa Claus is the most ignorant shit ever. St. Nicholas was a fucking nigga. But that is crazy. But get your ass from over there. You ain't got no business over there with them crazy ass people over there on that app. I don't go over there. Them niggas is crazy. Everybody over there crazy. But why would he's over there explaining, because he's being called out now about being with that 13-year-old. It's chilly in here. Let me put my hoodie on. Got me about to be in here in the cold like young Pharaoh. Chilly in here. My wife got the goddamn AC on while I told her to turn it on. And we had one of those seasons up north when it starts to get hot. It sucks because you really can't put your air conditioner on unless you want to be cold at night until it actually is fully summer, because it'll be hot during the day and it'll trick you into turning your AC on. You'll take a nap, wake up at night, and it's fucking winter wonderland in this bitch. Up north weather is the most fucked up, funky weather ever. Our weather is so weird. Shadow, what's up? But this nigga is being called out right now being called a pedophile because y'all remember that story of him explaining. Dysnomia, what's up? Y'all remember him explaining him being 18 in a relationship, a sexual relationship at that, with a 13-year-old. Now he's trying to change the story. He changed the fucking the ages like 6 times. Even explaining it, literally, he changed the age 6 times. He went from, she was about, I think I was 17, and she was like 13 or 14. And then it went from, I think I was 16, and she was like 15. Nah, nigga, the first time you ever explained the story, you said that you were 18 years old, and she was 13. But now you listen to what his excuse is, y'all. He said her mother lied about her age so that they can be together. I'm gonna let that marinate, then I'm gonna repeat it. This nigga said a 13-year-old little girl's mother told him that she was of age so they can be together.
Man, there you go with that bullshit.
What mother would want their 13-year-old child to be with an 18-year-old?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
I got the video of him explaining it somewhere. I'm trying to find it. Oh, wait, actually. Wait, no, it'll still be on my page. I'm trying to find it. But I have the video somewhere. I'm trying to find this shit. But you already know.
Hey, you see something? You know you don't fucked up, right?
No. I said no. I said I pulled into the garage at...
You know you don't fucked up, right?
No.
Oh, shit. Now he's trying to say his... He's trying to say his apartment complex is targeting him because of it. We ain't doing no intros today. We're going to get right into it. Wait a minute. He titled this video, we ain't doing no intros today. We getting straight into it. We ain't doing no intros, none of that today. We getting straight into it. It's too late for all that bullshit. Maybe when I break the video down, I'll throw some intros into it. But he titled this video, My Apartment Complex is Targeting Me Now Because of the Incident.
You better be careful, little buddy.
Shadow, young Pharaoh getting called out. They calling him a pedophile now because some shit resurfaced of him saying that he was 18 in a sexual relationship with a 13-year-old. And he tried to say her mom lied about her age. First you shift the goalposts on the ages, and then you double down and say the mom lied about her age. Sharita, what's up? Her mom lied about her age. Hold on, let me shut this door real quick. Now, why would, and this is now by his own words, he's never dated outside of his race, even though we know he was messing with that homeless white girl. But going by off of what he said, this woman is black. Name one black lady that has ever, no, I'm pretty sure there are some fucked up black parents out there, but I've never personally seen a black woman lie to an 18-year-old, basically an adult, about her 13-year-old daughter's age so they can be together. You said the same thing about Golden Booty. One minute you say their parents hated you, didn't want y'all to be together, and then turn around and say her mom lied so y'all can be together. It's always the same shit. Always the same excuses. But I've never heard of who does that? You weren't young Pharaoh at the time. You didn't have a following at the time. You didn't have anything to offer. You were homeless at the time. So what reason would this lady have to lie about her daughter's age so y'all can be together? I think you're trying to discredit this woman before the story gets back to her and she comes out and explains it. But let's get back to this apartment targeting him now. I think that nigga can't pay his rent. He's about to get evicted. And he's trying to get ahead of the story. And I think he's trying to get ahead of the story. So let's see what he's talking about. He's already an hour and some change into this.
That shit turned into WW to fuck E. So I said to say this. It's the same thing with the Holocaust.
But that's natural. That's natural human reaction.
But I said to say this. Expect that.
Right.
If you gonna talk about some shit that's historically sensitive, Nick, that's like me having a Muslim. That's like me having a Muslim class, right? Even though I know for a fact the motherfuckers in the Middle East didn't knock down the towers. We know they didn't do it. Out of all of the shit we know they didn't knock them down. That shit was inside job. The government did that. Yes, the fuck they did. I'm telling you now.
I'll be with you on some shit, but I can't be with you.
I'm telling you now as a
bro, if you don't have literal proof of that, that's misinformation. Now, we all know what really happened. We all know who really knocked them towers down. We know who did it. But it's still considered misinformation. Now, I ain't saying he lying, but I ain't saying he telling the truth.
We yell timber is because it might be a kid or a child over there. So,
Jay,
where the shit fall, it might actually hit up there in person. You can't knock no building over like that. So the shit that the infrastructure of the buildings.
I got the evidence right here, bro.
But listen,
bro. Now you trying to stick. Put a 1 in the chat if you saw the 9/11 conspiracy and it wasn't from him. Because I've seen so many videos of this shit. And I've never, not once, seen any of his videos on it. Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen the 9/11 conspiracy videos. I seen a whole fucking documentary about how they lined up a building being detonated by bombs side by side with the Twin Towers. I got the evidence right here. You probably printed evidence. Michael Moore did it. That's what I'm saying. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. Part 1, 2, 3 is my shit. I just watched the new joint they dropped. That's my shit. I can't pronounce it, but that's my shit. I just put it on the screen. Smooches just put it up. Them niggas right there go hard when it comes to that 9/11 and New World Order and all that other shit. Tar Canoe did videos on it, but he got the evidence though. That's okay.
It was a plane right after the Taliban took over Afghanistan.
I'm blocked out the chat, y'all.
Desperate to get up out of there. Afghanistan people were so desperate to get up out of there. They were hanging on the plane.
They definitely broke it down.
They were so desperate. They was handing babies.
I'm not saying, they still. I'm not saying that they not do. It's still places now
this
where
one
they
too.
Back. I agree, and it does need aid and support.
This one too. Yeah.
They like each other.
I'm Charles. Lunch?
Well, you don't get no commercial playing. You don't get no play in my ride. But Kind Drunk. That's a crazy name.
Was on the
Never seen a
streets.
kind
It's New York.
joke, but
They
People's
say
on the
them
okay.
shits
street,
never
bro,
even
and
hit.
they've seen it.
The
And I've
comment,
seen it
this
on
one right
the
here.
Yeah, I mean,
They
listen.
hear the
So do
noise,
you
they
believe
hear
a
the- they
plane?
hear the
Do you
plane
believe that a
coming.
plane
They
actually
hear that.
flew into the Pentagon?
Yes. I
Hell
believe
no,
it.
it ain't fly that low and hit that fucking.
That's how you
Look at
pronounce
this
it.
shit, man. Look, that I'm
Look,
telling
here
you,
you
I'm
go.
telling you, I'm telling you, as a nigga that
That's
understands.
facts, bro.
You
I'm
went
not
and
gonna lie, that's
screenshotted
facts.
somebody
I'm
else's
about to say that. At
document.
least give me that. Like, ain't no plane
No, they
flying
did.
to
No,
no.
they did.
Look,
They
here it
did.
go
That's
right
all
here.
you
I got
doing.
the whole file on. I got the whole file on. But
Let's take a
hey,
look at
look,
this.
I'm
look
not
at this.
saying that Bush
Look
was
at them
doing
explosions.
Wow. That's directly from the shit. This is directly from it.
Demolating before a plane even hit. Go get the book Thermonuclear Demolition. Go fuck with Jet. Go get Jesse Ventura.
Okay,
Look
so
at this. Look at
so
this.
then what's the reason? What was the
Evidence
reason?
of control. What was the reason?
Yeah, what was the reason? That
Because
he
on
blew it up?
September, because
All you doing is printing out other people's shit and then being like, I got the evidence right here. This is what he's doing. He's printing out other people's work and slapping his face on the front of it. All he do is put the copy and paste the picture onto from somebody else's document or somebody else's book or somebody else's work, and then type something under it to make it look like he went and found the research. He went and found this information himself.
Uncle Sam can't account for $21 trillion. On September 10, 2021, the U.S. Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld disclosed that his department was unable to account for roughly $2.3 trillion.
Bro, you are reading these niggas shit word for word. You are reading their shit word for word. You ain't even changed the words around. This is plagiarism at its finest.
Deep down, listen. My dad, it was one time that he went to Nigeria, right? He was on a flight to Nigeria.
I better be a general when I get to Nigeria too with this fucking
Yeah,
thing.
whatever,
That's
nigga.
how
You're
I
not
know.
doing. All right, let him talk.
I got it.
Professor
As long as they
Cupcakes,
shut
what's
the
up?
fuck up and let me do my fucking job.
Raj, what's up?
About that corruption? Shit.
Fuck it. If y'all want some, if it take money for me to do it, then take this money. But either way it goes, shut the fuck up and let me do the goddamn job.
Flight to Nigeria, and it's like whenever you go to Nigeria, it's not just a straight flight.
Hey, Raj, I saw that you were military. Did I tell you that my father is a Marine? I don't think you heard me say that yesterday. Sorry to get off topic, but now that I got you here and I know you're in the chat, I noticed that you were military. It looked like you were a Marine. I'm not sure, but my father's a Marine.
I might fuck around and go in with you tonight. I might.
Nah, he was on
You drinking again?
Who was on it?
My dad.
Okay.
Why you keep buying these little ass fifths and little ass bottles of Patron? You can't afford a real bottle? I know I would be hella mad if a nigga tell me we about to drink, or a woman, not a nigga. Yeah, let's say one of my homies be like, yo, we about to turn up tonight. And this nigga pull out this little ass bottle of Henny. Nigga, I know you ain't called me over here to drink a fifth. I don't even drink anyway no more. But still, I don't know. He said he's going to Nigeria. He's going to, I don't know. We don't know where the fuck he's going. He don't even know where the fuck he's going. But why you keep buying these little ass bottles?
But I'm like, that could have been a planned attack. You don't even know. So I'm like,
Hey, Professor.
And it's not like 9/11 is the first time that a plane.
Professor, you a female. Let's say, oh, you did hear me? Okay, Raj. Let's say, you're dating a man, and he say, you want to come over for some drinks, and you agree, and you get there, and he got that little ass fifth of Henny. What would you do? Would you stay? Or would you confront him like, nigga, did you call me over here for drinks? You mean you call me over here for a drink? Because that's all you gonna get out of that. Y'all swigging a fifth and passing it back and forth, swabbing spit. That's all y'all doing. They cheap as fuck. Oh, you a Coast Guard? Okay, my father is a Marine. Been in there damn near 30 years.
Survive. And they seen the fucking plane.
But they blamed it on.
He was in the Gulf War
to do with it.
and the Iraq War.
Yeah, y'all blamed
He is a fucking terrorist. He needs to go.
I think he got 2 years left.
What the fuck is the damn?
He's a terrorist.
Listen to me. Do you know how many soldiers?
You talking to a terrorist, lady?
Of Afghanistan that came back and said it was all made up. They went over there for a war that never really happened.
Bro, I take offense to that. Like you just heard me say, my father was in the Iraq War. I've seen pictures of the damage. He came back with so many fucked up stories. They had to, you know how they slept over there? They dug a hole. Nigga woke up and the fucking camel spider was chewing and gnawing the tip of his finger off. My father said he woke up and my father had his own platoon. He had his own little squad. He said he woke up, the dude was dangling his finger like this, and he only could see the shadow of it at first until he can get his flashlight and click and see what the fuck it was. He just saw the big ass thing hanging off his hand. Motherfucker was gnawing his finger off while he was asleep. Bro, he told me so many fucked up stories about Iraq. So for you to never even be in the army, never step foot over there, you swear you're an expert on a lot of places that you've never been to, situations that you were not of age. When 9/11 hit, I was in like 6th or 7th grade. So you had to been like 4th, 5th. You ain't no nigga. Shut up.
My goddamn charger back up in here. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go back to the liquor store. I don't give a fuck. I'm ready to get saucy. I'm just hungry.
I think they like each other.
I'm Charles.
He said he ready to get saucy. You about to go back and buy another pint, another 5th. That's a date, though, Professor. Nigga asks you on a date and all y'all doing is talking on the internet, sharing a 5th of Henny? You wouldn't be upset?
Who told you 10?
I don't know. Look what somebody did. Nah, I ain't fucking with no bitch that worked there. Here we go with this. Here we go with this, y'all. You probably fucking with that bitch. Rah. You probably
he said Pharaoh the general of Twitch.
Here we go. You don't see it? It gotta be on the side of the bed. It gotta be right there.
Hood boy.
I'm on that Hindu say, hooray! Nigga, shoot in your face. I got the nigga looking Michael Jackson moonwalking. My name is do shot it. What? Finish him. I'm telling y'all. I'm getting nice with this
electronics you got. You need to go to the
I'm telling y'all, I'm getting nice. You said what?
I said all.
Bro, I can tell you will cut yourself trying to cut somebody doing that bullshit. You wind up cutting, stabbing yourself, trying all that. Good. Somebody's gonna grab your wrist and poke it right in your fucking neck, nigga. Shut up.
Go to your settings.
Somebody say a Liu Kang or Scorpion. Don't talk to me like I can't answer that question, bitch.
Scorpion.
You fuck with Mortal Kombat? No. I'm gonna tell you what, nigga. I feel Scorpion. I bet you I'd be mad as hell if my family got killed too. And I ain't mad at Scorpion because nigga, he thought Sub-Zero killed his family, but they say it was really Quan Chi that killed his family. And Quan Chi, the same motherfucker that killed Liu Kang. So
he said, why is he always saying they? They say that Quan Chi really killed them, like it's a rumor. He said they say Quan Chi killed them. Nigga, it's a game. You making it seem like it was a real life story, and it really happened. And it's two different versions of it. One where Quan Chi did it, one where Sub-Zero really did it. He said they say, nigga, who's they?
What it is, it is what it is.
I can tell a nerd when I see him because I was a little weird. I was a little nerd when I was younger. I'm not gonna lie.
Nerds be some of the coolest motherfuckers. When I go to school, them the first niggas I go sit with.
When you went to school,
motherfuckers.
For me, I just sit with the black people.
When you go to school,
vice versa, but you got to cipher. Like I said,
did he say when I go to school? I can't remind you.
I used to be when I was a kid, so I can't get with it if I wanted to.
When have you?
Like I said, I ain't one of them niggas that act like I'm better than somebody because I'm a little older. But like I said, just certain shit I didn't. Like I said, niggas just do shit today that even when I was in the streets, I just wasn't doing. So I don't know how to get with it. Yeah, I don't know how to get with it.
You not realize you're a part of this?
Even when I was in the street, it was just shit I wasn't going. I don't go fuck what you.
Do you not realize that you are a part of this younger generation? You're not up there with us. I barely just scratch. I barely passed the cut.
Yeah.
It's like all these things like K Flocker that he got sentenced to what, life in prison. He was like a New York drill rapper.
Right, Shadows. Two different versions.
On Instagram Live, like following his stop running, trying to kill them on live. And all these little kids watching, that's what they want to do too.
I got both the movies.
That's social media. That's some motherfuckers.
Bro, if y'all don't know me, I am a comic book, superhero, anime fanatic. That's all I watch. I don't watch regular TV. I only watch anime, DC, and Marvel, and I watch shit that keep me in a good mood. Only cartoons do it for me. So that's what I watch. I don't like watching TV. I think TV is going off the rails. You can't have a show without having a bunch of gay folks in it. And like I said, I have no problem with the ABC community, but you're not going to be shoving the shit down my throat. And the gay character is always the one black character, too. You can't have a show without the black character being gay. So I don't really watch too much TV. I just watch cartoons and anime.
Shit. 9.
Yeah, they switched it to Quan Chi when they just remade the story.
You want to go for him?
I might go in.
Do you want to?
I might go in. Yeah, I want to, but I'm mad. I'm mad as fuck about it.
About what? If you say you don't blame him, what you got?
Why?
You don't blame Pharaoh for you.
I don't, but I'm mad if.
Why is this thing going on and off?
All of the
this thing going on and off. Why is it doing that?
Has ruined my whole Houston. Like to be honest, I don't even want to be down this motherfucker no more.
Bye,
I don't want to
nigga.
be down this bitch no more.
I'm trying to get
leave, nigga.
Get the fuck up out of here too.
But it don't got to be that way. But it is.
That is.
It's the way the fuck it is.
If everything like if Katie was built how like downtown Houston was built, I'd be cool. I'd be cooler than Katie.
It ain't even cool. Fuck with Katie. It's right where the I'm at. Right?
But what I don't get about that whole stack of papers he got sitting right here is why do you think printing out a bunch of packets is going to prove that you did this work? Why do you think that printing out a bunch of packets is going a bunch of PowerPoints is going to prove that what you're saying is correct? If we can't read it, if you're not printing out those packets or putting them up on your website for people to read, they're null and void. You can't use something as evidence if the court can't see the evidence. You put a 1 in the chat if you get what I'm saying. It's like
it's already shaky what they ass as at.
What?
It's like being on a video chat in court, and you trying to say you prove something or prove your innocence, and you be like, Your Honor, sir, Your Honor, I got the evidence right here that I didn't do it. Got the evidence right here that I didn't do it. The motherfucking jury can't see it. The people that's deciding if you're guilty or not cannot see it. So how the fuck can we? You get what I'm saying, Shadow?
Before they made cameras in the jails or the cells mandatory. Because like I said, this is what I keep saying to people. Okay, y'all tried to violate me in Harris County. That's cool. But would you would have at least wrote it up as I was defending myself if I would have killed this motherfucker as I probably would have had to if he would have tried me?
Nigga,
because even though it was going over my head at the time, at the end of the day, all it took was somebody to try me to snap into mode. Snap my mode.
This is how I know nothing really happened to you. Why would you even ask that question? Why would you even ask that question? This is how you know you made the shit up. If they sent somebody to get you, why would they write it up as you defending yourself if you wind up winning and killing the guy? Stupidest question ever.
Either way it go, niggas, somebody say for sure facts. But either way it go, niggas is mad at Harris County. And I ain't come down here to hop on no shit with Harris County, but shit, nigga, whatever the fuck it gotta be, the fuck it gotta be.
That's why I stand my ass in fucking court.
Is it keyboard sticking or something?
The fuck I don't go, and I hate to say this, baby, because you know I got the type, and it hurts me to say this, but I gotta say this why the fuck I don't go around no niggas.
No. So that's why I'm in Katy. That's why my parents moved us to Katy. Like we lived in Houston for maybe 2-3 years before they was like, fuck no, and got our ass up in Katy. The fuck? It's simple as that. I'm not gonna lie. And it's not even black people's fault. It's
Dragon Ball Z is my favorite anime ever.
It's
a cycle.
Y'all, they making it this way.
It's a cycle.
Like I said, you could be broke and be peaceful.
I swear to God.
It ain't no fucking excuse. Y'all, I don't know why the fuck that shit ain't just working. I tried to. You ain't see my other phone?
So what's your excuse? Because you was just telling us that you want to kill us, murder us, see us get raped, and you broke. So what's your excuse? You ain't peaceful. You've been threatening to murder people the past 2-3 months.
Somebody said niggas will fuck your life up on accident. Man.
It's not on accident either. No, it's not on accident.
And this dude right here is a dick rider.
Don't give a fuck.
Dude made that comment in it.
We're going to get some more. Let me see if this shit's still open.
It's not all the liquor stores in Texas close.
I gotta still double check for my own report. Somebody told me.
Crank up the volume for the biggest event of the summer.
I can't wait to see this movie. They got Adam Warlock in this joint. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Wait, who is this man?
Yup, he remind me of Yamcha, always getting defeated.
That's my father.
Somebody need to put him in that crater. What was it?
Because you didn't know.
What was it? What was it? Those little green alien things that Vegeta had that put him in that crater? Or was it Vegeta and them Nappa themselves that put Yamcha in that crater? Y'all know what I'm talking about? The one they used for a meme where he just curled up in a fetal position. You said they ruined Adam Warlock? No. It's one of my favorite characters. That's what I'm saying. Professor?
It's a white woman. She at the beach with her family, but she playing with her husband underneath the cover. Right? Now she doing it to where the kids can't really notice. So she kind of being discreet. But the caption says nice family vacation. Now for me personally, I feel like you even weirder for recording that.
That's fact.
Because if I walk by, like I ain't gonna lie, if I walk by a family, right? If you fucking your husband or your husband is fucking the wife, oh no, I don't give a fuck what you doing.
But see, it's like my thing is
it's none of the kids.
It is though. They just
Technically
can't
it
see
is, but I'm saying, but if you swifty enough,
Wait, how do we?
because like I said, if you, let's be honest, right? Just like me and you, we get married, but right now we get married. We got to do something to keep this shit spicy for 30, 40 years.
We
Let's
gonna
just
be
be
fucking.
honest.
We gonna be
Okay, so
Or
we
having
take the
sex
little
in front of
moment
the
where the
kids
kids
is
is they out the way, and we
I mean,
doing.
Yeah, but see, it's like,
sex with the kids spices it up. What?
and
Right.
then we start fucking, boom. You feel me? If they walk
What?
into, you know, if they open the door, they hear us fucking or maybe whatever. Do I want them to hear me having sex? No, that
No.
shit is nasty.
Oh, they fucked up the
But
quantum.
if
Oh,
they're in
Jay
the
did.
room, the door's closed, locked. You feel me? They're not
They
gonna
fucked
see
up
that
the
shit.
quantum. Ah.
Imagine they seen that shit now, right? They little kids, it's whatever. But then they gonna grow up and realize what the fuck they was doing. And it's like, how do you
Only
even
because,
turn
but
on at a public beach where it's kids all around you, your kids with you? How
I
do you
agree.
even turn? Even
I
if you
agree.
are turned on, you
I
couldn't
agree.
wait.
I agree.
You
I
couldn't-
agree. I agree with that. I agree with all that. But
It's
what I'm saying is,
strange. That's weird.
I don't get turned on around kids. But what I'm saying is, why the fuck is you recording that?
Because honestly, that's kind of sick. Like if my kids, if I was at the beach with my fucking kids, and I'm seeing this, like, you know, mind you, they kids might be young, but my kids
Wait,
might
they
be
was doing this
12,
in
13,
public?
and they see that shit. They know what the fuck is going on. Me personally, I'm not gonna record it, but I'm gonna go up to them like,
Yeah, he definitely.
"Are you okay? The fuck is wrong with you?" Like,
I ain't gonna
put that
lie. I
shit
don't
up.
No, Lake Show. First, he hit that nigga with a solar flare. First, he hit him with a solar flare. Ah, can't see. then he hit him with a gamma gun. And then he finished him off with a dragon fist at the end when he pulled his resource as not being an actual resource. First, he hit him with a solar flare when he said, "You're burying yourself with your own words." Solar flare. Ah. And then he proved that then he proved that he was burying himself with his own words. Give him a gun. And then he proved that his resources weren't resources. Dragon Fist took him right out the game. Right out the game, right out the argument. Y'all want to watch that again?
Slow me down.
I think I want to watch that. Do y'all
That shit is a game. By the time I
Put
got
the one in
around
the chat if y'all want to watch
nigga,
Jabari
calm
embarrass
down,
this
like
nigga
calm
again.
down. Because I had already been corrupt. Kids had already showed me so much bad.
I got the video.
Like the parents, they might think their kids don't know what the fuck going on, but they might know what the fuck's going on. And that's how I feel with my kids. I don't know what they like. If my kids do end up going to public school or private school, whatever, I don't know what the fuck they know. So it's like I'm not even gonna. No, I don't even play like that because no, I don't even want to just have the possibility that my kid might know what's going on. So yeah, I don't blame them for recording. Yeah, blast them. That shit is fucking nasty. Like it's not even like at a nude beach or something. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a beach, like an adults only beach.
Right.
Like
This is, you know, you shouldn't be doing that here.
Like, come on now.
My only thing is, I hear that and take it into consideration that these are actually their kids that belong with them, and these ain't like no, you know.
Right.
Not saying that make it better because it could.
Oh, y'all want to see it?
But what I'm saying is, at least y'all all belong together.
Right.
Taking that nigga consideration.
Yo, Demon Slayer season 2 just came out on Netflix.
Weird.
So y'all want to see it? Oh, also, it's my daughter's birthday. She's turning 4. Baby girl's turning 4. Her birthday is tomorrow. And we throwing her a little hotel party. So if anybody wants to pitch in for the baby girl, baby princess, my aunt's birthday, Cash App is going along your screen at the bottom. So are we in agreement that we want to watch this total slaughter? Is everybody in agreement? No, I'm talking about they like technically the manga is in season 3, but Netflix itself just now got season 2 in English. I know everybody in anime be like, oh, if you watch it in English, you're not a real anime fan. I don't got time to pause it every 5 fucking seconds to figure out what's going on. But are we all in agreement that we want to watch this total slaughter? I need y'all answers. Put one in the chat. Well, I see it. I got 3 of them.
We pulling the
Now,
strippies
1,
real quick, but
2,
we grown.
3.
Ain't no boom. Right, but to the motherfucker that's recording, it's like, nigga, what the fuck you want us to think about you?
If you have so much of a problem,
we can wait till this video finish, and so I can rip it, and then I can just go live. That all. I can do it tomorrow. But let's watch this total. Let's get a recap of this total slaughter. Woo! This will never get old. I'm sorry. This right here will never get old. And I want to break down his confidence from beginning to end. Like how his confidence just totally Jabari totally washes this man's confidence away. This nigga started off telling Jabari all his credentials and how he's not good enough to beat him and how he's not polite, how he saved the world, and how he did this and how he did that. And then you can slowly see his confidence fading away. Fading away. Gone.
With 2 strong, powerful soldiers here. And without any further ado, I know y'all been waiting for a minute. Let me get ahead and bring them in here. We got young Pharaoh. Young Pharaoh.
Yeah, that was my shit too. Robotech, that was my shit too. That was a good show.
The middle nature have not been deciphered. Now, this could turn into a potential.
Yo, you know what else was my shit? And I wish they would have kept going with it. Tokyo Ghoul. I don't like zombie shit. I don't like ghoulish things, but that show, fire. Fire. Yo, you know what else is good too? Avengers. Oh, yeah. I'll be watching. They got a YouTube. They got Toonami on YouTube. They be playing all the old episodes. You know what else is good? Avengers Assemble. If you go on Disney Plus and watch Avengers Assemble, the show is all the stories and chapters of the comic book. So it got first they assembling, then going through their little issues when they first get together. Then they got Age of Ultron season 3, and then they go into Secret Wars. Then they go into Battle Planet, and then they go to T'Challa get a season to the neck. That's why I fucks with it so bad. They gave the Black Panther a whole season to the neck. They didn't get none of the other characters a season to the neck. They gave him a whole season to itself. Fucks with it. If you got Disney Plus, Avengers Assemble. Matter of fact, all the Avengers shows are fire, to be honest with you. But Avengers Assemble, fire. JoJo's, they lost me when it got to his daughter. JoJo, I fucks with it. Dio is my nigga. Dio is that nigga. JoJo is that nigga too. No, Josero. He that nigga. But when it got to the daughter, they lost me. It was a good show. I mean, I watched it. It was all right, but I ain't like the daughter. One Piece is good too. But all right, let's get into this total slaughter. we have to have a whole fucking live on anime. What you miss? Max, you miss him blaming. I can't go back. I can't go back and rewind it, but the reason why I did this live is because he's lying on the girl's mom. He's being called out for being called a pedophile. Y'all remember when he said that he was 18 messing with a 13-year-old? He shifted the goalposts and changed the ages 3 times. And then he said her mother lied about her age so they can be together. And then they asked me to go back into this total slaughter. So that's where we at right now, Max. We about to go back into this total slaughter.
It depends on
Buddha,
how
what's
this thing
up?
go. And I know this would be a fire debate. This young brother is mean when it comes to this information. And of course, we got the champ in the building.
Oh, yeah.
Brother
And he took credit for exposing 9/11. Even though Michael Moore and 17 other white folks exposed it publicly. Now, I ain't never hear young Pharaoh talk about 9/11 ever. But yeah, he claimed that. Yeah. That been out. We found that out months ago.
Jabari Osase is in the building. I mean, everybody that went up against him.
Now back to his confidence.
I think Tazariak, you gave Tazariak I
listen to how confident he is when it starts.
You gave Tazariak a third round knockout.
I want y'all to watch his demeanor from beginning to end.
The brother, young Pharaoh, what's going on, brother? Let me unmute you. Go ahead.
I said, what's going on, man? Nothing, just another day. I just came from printing out some more organizing some more paperwork as far as things that I need, if and when I go to the United Nations, etc., to speak on behalf of the community. And with that being said,
what? We got it. He already started. We got to give it to him already.
Man, there you go with that bullshit.
Did this nigga just say he was going to the United Nations to speak on our behalf?
Things that I need, if and when I go to the United Nations, etc., to speak on behalf of the community.
Oh my God!
Speaking to, look what we got here. What we got here? We got your boy.
They printed out a whole packet. You printed out a whole packet on Polite? I ain't to catch that neither.
You feel me? We got your man here. I got a lot of people. I got a lot of things going on up here.
Yeah, I see.
Long story short, with that being said, I ain't gonna lie, I really don't know who Jabari is, but Polite.
If you don't know who Jabari is, you about to find out today. You about to learn today who Jabari is. But the fact that you keep trying to compare a fucking college graduate to a high school dropout, 2 high school dropouts at that. Neither one of y'all got your GED. I don't think Polite got a GED. I got fact check that with Trip C's. But I know he ain't got no high school diploma or GED. And I know Polite ain't graduate high school. So 2 niggas that didn't graduate high school, you're comparing to one of the most pristine colleges he graduated from and teaches at. Cornell, I think, is the most pristine black college. He got Eugene swimsuit calendar. You talking about when he was on the balcony with his shirt off?
Actually couldn't get around this debate. So no disrespect. I don't know who you are. I would just like to say this. If Polite, because I'm not going to lie, out of everything Polite has.
Make sure y'all hit that like button, family.
If Polite can't beat me, you can't beat me.
Oh, man. Damn.
Look at him. Do you hear his confidence? That's fucked up, Frankie. That's fucked up, Sidnetta. You knew what was going to happen, and then you baited that nigga. You egged him on. Oh man. It's gonna be a good one. You knew it was gonna be total slaughter. Everybody in the audience knew it was gonna be total slaughter. You knew what you was doing, Frankie. I did the same thing though.
Already.
Yeah.
With blows. God damn.
But what I will say is this. I don't really know you, and I don't really feel I need to know you. What I will say is, if Polite couldn't beat me in this, you couldn't beat me. You can't beat me in this. But I'm going to say this about my premise without going all the way in.
No. More like Andre the Giant versus Rey Mysterio. That's what this is like. This is like Andre the Giant versus Rey Mysterio. That's the size comparison. Andre the Giant versus me. I'm taller than Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio probably a little husky. He probably way huskier than me. I'm a fucking pencil.
I had a debate lined up with a hybrid professor
pencil with the speed of light,
subject, and I sent him my premise. And after seeing my premise, he backed out of the debate. So not only
if this now I know why the Harvard. Two reasons why I know why the Harvard dude backed out the debate. Because he found out that you don't have any credentials and you didn't graduate high school, and your premise, you fuck yourself over. If a Harvard professor, if he caught this, I'm pretty sure. Well, college is around the same level, but like I said, if he caught this shit, pretty sure the Harvard professor caught this shit too. Wait, this dude calls himself General Otten, but he's trying to tell me that a language that has not been deciphered, he took a word from that language and use it as his name. His argument is over. What am I debating this man for? And you probably would have went to jail because you butthurt. Look how butthurt you got losing this debate. So imagine if you was in a setting around these square ass motherfuckers who don't get into violence. Cornell's and Ivy League facts. Imagine when you get around these motherfuckers who are non-violent and stuff. He would have got mad. They would have had to call the cops on him.
Did I stop polite in this race on this topic? I made a Harvard University level scholar runner.
Yo, we should go over that debate. Should our next joint be? Put a 1 in the chat if you think our next video, or we can do that now. Or do y'all want to stick with this? Do y'all want we for our next video, we could do the him against polite debate. Or do y'all want to do that now? Put a 1 in the chat if you want to do it as the next video. Put a 2 in the chat if you would like to see that now. Him versus polite. And let's decide. Next video, Jaded. All right, next video. All right, our next video, we're gonna go over that him versus polite battle. We're gonna see who won. Jaded, so you well, I got 1 for watching it now. So I got 1. I need a tiebreaker. I need a tiebreaker.
Away from me. So I said I have to say this. All I'm gonna say is this: when it comes to what they call Egyptology, the Egyptian hieroglyphics, aka meta-metric system, has not been successfully translated to become a speakable language in that aspect. It's not, and I have proven my premise with the difference between characters and ideograms or text or grammatical text, etc. So, you know, my premise is like Moses' staff. I have already parted this seat. So, you know, if polite can't do it, if
polite definitely beat you, bro.
Can't do it, you can't do it.
Hey, Jabari, where'd you graduate from? Harvard, right? I want to.
And what I don't get is how you going to say if Harvard can't do it, you can't do it. You didn't battle Harvard. You said they declined. So that doesn't mean that they can't do it. That means that they refuse to do it. See, this is where you lie and mix shit up. This is where you lie and mix shit up. You said Harvard couldn't do it, but then you said Harvard backed out. So you never battled Harvard. You count it as a win when you never even faced them. I'm downloading the video right now. Him and polite battle. Damn, they argued for 3 hours. It was just basically them arguing. And Polite laughing at him the whole time.
I want to be clear that saying that someone's a Harvard professor doesn't impress me because I'm a Cornell educated.
Dumbass.
Okay.
And I'd like to believe that Cornell is a stronger institution because it has an Africana Studies and Research Center.
You think you harder than Polite?
Yes.
So I want you to
hold on. Let him go, Pharaoh.
Let me introduce myself because
this is how you know you haven't been in the conscious community for a very long time. If you think Polite, he's still thinking he was still coming into this ring thinking that Polite was the champ. Polite been decrowned. He got his crown taken by the Jesus preacher bull. I think the bull on the spectrum too. I ain't gonna lie, I think that dude's on the spectrum. But Polite lost his title to the Jesus preacher, the black Jesus preacher dude, the black Jesus minister guy. He lost to him, and then that guy lost to Jabari, and then Jabari been whooping everybody ass since. But then I heard Jabari got his ass whooped by Tahuti and the other people that came up there after this. But I would have to watch that myself. I strongly don't. I don't think that happened. But I heard he did. The chat was saying it.
you don't seem to know who I am. I'm a student of Dr. Yosef Ben Yaakinen. I'm a student of Dr. John Henry Clark. They taught me at Cornell University. I'm a student of Dr. James Turner. I must say his name, even though some of you aren't familiar with Dr. James Turner. More than anyone, he was the person that assisted me with understanding how to make logical arguments, how to use sources, how to read scholarly work. That is Dr. James Turner. He just made his transition. He's an ancestor as of last year.
Hold on.
Definitely.
Wait, this is a good point right here Professor Cupcakes just made. You don't just email a Harvard professor and say, let's debate. They don't do that. It's not a part of their respectable academic resume. That was capped. There you have it. That didn't sound right to me. I emailed them my preference and they backed out. Yeah, if some random motherfucker emails you, wait a minute. Didn't he say, didn't he, wait. I just caught this lie. Because the first 17,000 times he described this story, he said they accepted the debate. Then Sonetta or somebody called and told him who he really was. And then he backed out the debate. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember him saying that. Because he said it in the Real Tune interview. He said the dude took the debate. Let's go to that Real Tune interview. That's not what he said. He said the dude took the debate and then Sonetta sabotaged it. Say then Sonetta sabotaged it. Hold on, let's talk about something. Where is it at? He's lying on everybody in this motherfucker. I ain't never seen him lie on people like this in my life. He was lying on everybody. Where's it at? He said he got a 98% in English. Where? He said I got a 98% in English. How, nigga? Where's this 98% shit? What test did you take? What test did you take that gave you this 98%?
Of this interview. So I'm not gonna give his formula up, but if y'all see it, if this was a book, he did the introduction is that wrote that book. So he gave me that via some of the issues that I had in the community that maybe people might not have heard my perspective. And then I was also able to drop a lot of information. So y'all got a lot out of this interview if you actually don't put so many words and clear up rumors that y'all may have heard and been turned off about me about that weren't true. And I was also able to drop information on ancient Egypt for the people. He wasn't conducted way better than Vlad. Y'all be showing Vlad love. Show him. Now, for those of you who don't know, and I want to give a special salute again, once again, to Real Tune TV. I appreciate any and everybody who allows me to appear on a platform. Right. And if y'all been following me for years, you know I always give my absolute and the utmost respect, or show the absolute and utmost respect. For those of you who don't know, I go by Young Pharaoh. Also, Aden Nobunaga, aka General Aden. And with that being said, I'm gonna just give y'all, I ain't gonna give y'all the short version, I'm gonna give y'all the long version so y'all can know who I am and what I'm about. Now, I'm undefeated in debates publicly. I do say publicly because I've been debating before 2015, but just y'all didn't really know who I was until 2015. I'm undefeated in debates publicly since 2015, so that's going on almost 10 years. I'm 2-0 against Harvard. I had a debate with a Harvard professor on the subject of Egypt, and they backed out. And I believe I had another debate with Harvard on the subject of the evolution theory, and they backed out. So by them backing out, I'm counting them as losses. And with that being said, the reason for them backing out is because they said the professor wanted to debate me, but then the college told me to send my premise in. And once I sent my premise in, I know for a fact he synced my stance and realized he couldn't beat me. So he said he don't want to debate somebody that's younger than him, aka copped out. So I'm taking that as a 2. I'm taking that as a win.
Now, is that what the fuck he just said? Let's continue.
Now, with that being said, also, I run an online university. It's the #1 Black university in the world. It was #1 on the App Store April 30th, 2021. It would have stayed #1 if it wasn't sabotaged by, sadly, a Black employee that I hired. And, you know, sometimes people
they blaming shit on Black folks. Now, let's hear that one more time before we go back there. Because he said the dude wanted the debating, then he emailed on his premise. So he changed his story 3 times. First, he said Sarnetta sabotaged it. In this, he's going to say Sarnetta sabotaged it. I'm trying to find the spot. Is when he goes and starts talking about Sarnetta, when he goes into more details about it. But he changed the story 3 times. First, he said the dude accepted it. Then he sent his premise. And then he saw his premise and didn't want to debating because he didn't want to debate somebody younger than him. Then he says Sarnetta sabotaged it. So which one is it? What I think happened was it was both. They found out who you were, and you sent them your evidence and your premise, and they saw that you copied and pasted other people's work. You didn't fully understand what the fuck you were talking about, and your story is null and void because you call yourself General Aden. If Jabari saw that, I'm pretty sure a Harvard professor is going to see that too. You said you got what? What you got, Tripsy? You said, and I got him. What you talking about? Oh shit! I ain't mean to do that.
Those are folks that have that are important.
All right, now let's listen to him say it now.
Africana study.
Bros, goddamn.
But what I will say is this: I don't really know you, and I don't really feel I need to know you. What I will say is, if Polite couldn't beat me in this, you couldn't beat me.
Why he smile with his teeth?
About my premise without going all the way in. Like, that thing is going on.
Don't it look like he smile like this? I know you thought that I couldn't beat me. I know you couldn't beat me. He looked like a gremlin. He smiled. You see nothing but teeth.
Let me unmute you.
Overbite.
Go ahead.
And he calls himself Young Pharaoh.
Nothing. Just another day. I just came from printing out some more. Organized.
That's another thing. He was like, "Wait, this nigga trying to tell me that a language ain't been deciphered," and he called himself Young Pharaoh, aka General Otten. The young man just lost the debate with his own name. And then they found out that this nigga ain't even get to graduate high school. They probably thought you were fucking delusional.
I did some more paperwork as far as things that I need, if and when I go to the United Nations, etc., to speak on behalf of the community. And with that being said, speaking to look what we got here. We got your boy.
Majestic Pharaoh, what's up?
Here. You feel me? We got your man here. I got a lot of people. I got a lot of things going on up in here.
Yeah, I see.
Long story short, with that being said, I ain't gonna lie, I really don't know who Jabari is, but Polite actually couldn't get around this debate.
Hey, Trip C's, we doing Pharaoh and Eugene tomorrow.
I would just like to say this. If Polite, because I'm not gonna lie, out of everything Polite has done, I'm real enough to say if Polite can't beat me, you can't beat me.
Oh man, damn. He's coming off. He's coming in already.
Yes,
with blows. God damn.
But what I will say is this: I don't really know you, and I don't really feel I need to know you. What I will say is, if Polite couldn't beat me in this, you couldn't beat me. You can't beat me in it. But I'm gonna say this about my premise without going all the way in. I had a debate lined up with a hybrid professor on this subject, and I sent him my premise. And after seeing my premise, he backed out of the debate. So not only did I stop Polite in his race on this topic, I made a Harvard University level scholar run away from me. So I say that to say this. All I'm gonna say is this: when it comes to what they call Egyptology, the Egyptian hieroglyphics, aka meta-lecture system, has not been successfully translated to become a speakable language. In that aspect, it's not.
He said he lifted
my premise with the difference between characters and ideograms or text or grammatical text, etc. So.
But like I said, I don't know about you. When I smoke weed, it make me think better. Like I think deeper, I think harder when I smoke. So he can't use that as an excuse for losing. Now, if you're on some type of other drug, that's a different story.
My premise is like Moses' staff. I have already started this seat. So, if Polite can't do it, if Harvard can't do it, you can't do it.
Hey, Jabari, where'd you graduated from? Harvard, right?
I want to be clear that saying that someone's a Harvard professor doesn't impress me because I'm a Cornell educated.
Cornell, okay.
And I'd like to believe that Cornell is a stronger institution because it has an Africana Studies and Research Center.
You think you harder than Polite?
And so I want you to
hold on, let him go, Pharaoh.
Let me introduce myself because you don't seem to know who I am. I'm a student of Dr. Yosef Ben-Yakinen. I'm a student of Dr. John Henry Clark. They taught me at Cornell University. I'm a student of Dr. James Turner. I must say his name, even though some of you aren't familiar with Dr. James Turner. More than anyone, he was the person that assisted me with understanding how to make logical arguments, how to use sources, how to read scholarly work. That is Dr. James Turner. He just made his transition. He's an ancestor as of last year. So definitely those are folks that have that are important to me. In addition to that, you should know I have 2 master's degrees, one in divinity, one in human service administration. I'm currently completing a 3rd master's degree in the history of Africa and the African diaspora. I'm also simultaneously completing a doctorate. That's a divinity degree. And you should also know I'm an author. I wrote the book, 7 Little White Lies, The Conspiracy to Destroy the Black Self-Image. And I have been, I have taken over 4,000 people to Kemet. I do study tours, annual study tours to Kemet. And I don't think anyone that you've debated, whether they're from Harvard or Cornell or anywhere, has spent as much time studying on the ground as I have. So, but I want to say to you that very quickly, even before I even open my mouth, dear brother, I hear you shifting the goalpost. And I think the audience might have heard it as well.
You definitely did. Just like you just shifted the goalpost on them ages.
You have to put up a flyer because I will. You are known for saying that MetaNetter has not been deciphered. And tonight you didn't say that. I'm sure that there are people that heard that. He said that MetaNetter has not been translated into a speakable language. That's not the same thing. So let me say that I would love for you to know that while you don't think Jabari Osaze will defeat you on this topic, you just defeated yourself on the topic.
Yeah.
Young Pharaoh.
Well, it wasn't really a debate. He just proved that all of Young Pharaoh, all the alien pictures that he put up were debunked or fake pictures. Like he was putting up all this, he tried to go into the alien shit on Sinetta, and fucking Sanchez was like, that's fake, that's been debunked. All this shit that you putting up is either been debunked or fake. And then he showed that this shit was fake and debunked, and he did the same thing he did with this. He got upset, started arguing. See, that's what he does. Whenever he's losing a battle, he starts an argument so he has a reason to exit. That's a deflection. I know a lot of people that do that. They'll argue with you so they don't have to answer to their mistake. They don't have to answer to their fuckery. They can exit the situation, exit the conversation. It gives them the excuse to exit the conversation, to run away. Hassan Campbell does it too. Whenever he's losing the battle, I'm going to go on my platform. Fuck y'all. I don't need y'all platform. And he runs.
Of May 3rd, 2023, just defeated Young Pharaoh of last year at the same time. So I want you to recognize that I heard that you did that, and that's slick. But if the premise that you just stated today is your real premise, you and I won't even disagree. There's no need for us to debate. You and I will not disagree. But I want you to acknowledge that what you are saying tonight is not what you have said.
I'm going to have to disagree with that, because how would the MetaNetter be under European understanding if he calls himself General Ott and Young Pharaoh? Those are Egyptian words, not European words. What are you talking about?
So that's the difference. I think that you have a relationship with my elder, Baba Heru Ankara Samad Se Pata. He has spoken highly of you to me. I have not studied or listened to all of the things that you've done, but I've paid attention to some of it. I'll see it as it comes through, and I'm aware of it.
Do you have any evidence of this?
Is the evolution of your argument. And if that is what I am.
Do you have any evidence that it was written by the Greeks?
I'm hearing, then you and I could go ahead and agree. But, the thing that people are disagreeing with you on, if I can just show this really quickly, Sonnetter, if you could put it up, is this. This flyer says the MetaNetter has not been deciphered. And so the first thing I would ask you is, do you recognize that you said you're making a different argument tonight? than the one that you've made in the past? That's the first thing I would ask you. Or is this the argument you're making? The metanetter has not been deciphered. That's the question. You can go ahead, brother.
I don't want to say this. I'm a little high right now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little high. But I want to say this.
There go his excuse. He knew he was losing from there. Once he got tripped up, I'm high. And Marquise, you can keep making all the accusations and saying all the stuff unless you have a source or physical evidence. Okay, put the link in the chat. Put the link in the chat to your source and your evidence.
Before I answer your question, you gave your professions or your credential list. I just want to say this, when sometimes when people give their credentials or you say this, that, and the third, it means nothing. I just want to say
I never heard it was written by the Greeks.
I want to remind
I heard it was
your
deciphered by the Greeks.
nowhere,
I don't remember it being
never,
written by
ever
him.
be anywhere on the level of mine. So I felt like I'm the one that has done multiple interviews with the CIA. I'm the one
that's some good stuff you was smoking, brother.
Kelly from the rip, nigga, you tripping.
Wait a minute, it's not about smoking. It's about right here. Wait a minute, because I'll let you talk. Let me talk. I got a shout out from the CIA right here, August 12, 2020.
From the CIA?
Yeah. Then I did a live stream with him.
Wait, the governmental institute, the CIA?
Wait. Then I did a live stream with an ex-CIA agent, September 23rd, 2000.
Notice he didn't answer the question. He said the actual government, CIA. Notice he didn't answer that question. He was like, wait. He ain't answer the question. Listen.
I did a live stream with him.
Wait, the governmental institute, the CIA?
Wait. Then I did a live.
Yeah, I knew that, Jaded.
CIA agent, September 23rd, 2020. And I did another live stream with him. Wait, I'm not done. Then I was #1 on the App Store, April 30th, 2021. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that caught Joe Biden and them cheating during the election. I did it with 22,810 people watching live, millions of views. Wait a minute. Then I caught Hillary Clinton and them during.
You know what, everybody? You know what the comment I got the most under my under this video when I did the live stream yesterday morning? You know what everybody said? What the fuck does this have to do with any of the topic? What does this have to do with the topic? That's what everybody kept commenting under the joint. This shit ain't got nothing to do with the topic.
From the George Floyd riots, I did 1 million views in 3 days again. I made $1 million, $1.4 million.
Listen, the metanetter, what Jabari is saying, he's correct. The metanetter has not been deciphered into a speakable language. Like it is not a fluent speakable language. Nobody can speak the shit fluently. That's what everybody agrees on. The fact that saying that it's not been deciphered and still call yourself Pharaoh, Aten, use Egyptian words is an oxymoron. It doesn't make sense because you're using words from a language that you're saying has not been deciphered.
Alone in 2020, I'm the one that got the United States government.
He got his own Yorkie coloring books.
Excuse me, helped him get found guilty of crimes against humanity in 2021. I'm the one that caught all of the.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
I'm the one that proved that goddamn Pizzagate was actually real and caught Hillary Clinton lying about the basement in the bottom of Comet Ping Pong and helped find the man, the white man that shot it up, actually be found innocent. I'm the one that figured out. I was on CNN. I got canceled. I was supposed to meet Trump. I got canceled from CPAC. I was on USA Today. You know what I'm saying? I've been on.
See, there you go again, lying again. You weren't on the show. They wrote an article about you on their website. That's not being on the show. You're lying. You're literally lying. You're showing us and you showing us the articles. You weren't on the show. They wrote an article about you on their website. That's it. That's it. That's like getting the local newspaper highlight.
Caught all of the human traffickers in the world. I'm the one that proved that goddamn Pizzagate was actually real and caught Hillary Clinton lying about the basement in the bottom of Common Ping Pong and helped find the white man that shot it up actually be found innocent. I'm the one that figured out. I was on CNN. I got canceled. I was supposed to meet Trump. I got canceled from CPAC. I was on USA Today. You know what I'm saying? I was on Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert. You know what I'm saying? I have and the list goes on. The list goes on. My music image, the list goes on. I'm undefeated in Muay Thai. So,
what does that have to do with knowledge, education, academics? It have to do with any of that? Not a damn thing.
You know what I'm saying? I stopped COVID in 19. I'm the one that stopped COVID. I'm the one that stopped the lockdown all around the world and let everybody and let it be known to the public that it was a bioterroristic weapon. So I feel like shit, your credentials is never long enough. Nobody you around for this.
Bro, those aren't credentials.
And, the
credentials are awards, certificates, degrees. Those are credentials.
Young mummy, I got a question.
A YouTube resume is not a credential.
Yeah, that was my question. See, you just
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. For some reason, it was like a psychic thing. How is a YouTube resume a credential? That's like me going to get a job. And they be like, so what's your background history? I got 4 million views on YouTube. I saved the world from COVID. I'm the one who called Hillary Clinton. So what's your job history, sir? I just told you. The fuck out of my office. Please.
Is that old debate with Eugene and Young?
We doing that tomorrow.
No, I'm asking, is that the old debate that they did, or did they do another one?
No, we going back over. Everybody wanted to see
Jabari.
Everybody wanted to see the Jabari ass whooping.
I have it running in the background on mute. I don't want to hear Eugene no more than I possibly have to, and I already heard that.
No, we doing that tomorrow.
Yeah, I was just making sure. I already heard that.
I wouldn't have did that one without you.
When Moses was in Egypt land.
That's why when everybody was asking me, I was like, I need a tiebreaker, and I had my phone in my hand because I was waiting for them to tie. And as soon as they would have said, play that one, I was going to text you and be like, yo, come up.
I just got finished listening to Sexy Santa, yo. Yo, while you playing, dude can spin. Now the name, I mean, hey, he a twin and shit, and it works. But the music was good.
He was good.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Look, they was in there just throwing gifts at his ass like they was draws. Oh, Santa.
Yeah, they did cancel him from CPAC for his anti-Semitic shit. And then that's when he started trying to kiss the white man ass. And then when it didn't work, it went back to fuck white people.
Okay, I caught COVID. He didn't help me. You know what?
That's what I'm saying. Where was you at? Well, my wife and my daughter caught it.
Right. And since he got
the whole house had COVID.
Except me. Reversing being diabetical.
I don't know how. Mike Butters.
Don't let me remember his big toe was rotting off, and Dr. Saban saved it. And ever since then, he done known how to use herbs and spices to cure shit.
Mm-hmm. He tries to steal everybody's shit.
The list goes on of things I could accomplish. And with that being said,
Switch, you ain't late.
I lost my train of thought of what I wanted to.
We going back over the Jabari debate. It just started.
One more time so I can answer it.
I don't see. I can't.
Brother, you have to. Yeah.
Oh wait, he just did all that capping. We gotta.
Oh look, they have a match. He got the tattoo and he got the necklace. That's so cute.
We gotta put our cat championship ring on. We're going with the Lakers.
That same argument you are making today.
We gotta put the cap championship ring on. We're gonna go with the LA Lakers.
They go step down off the panel, trying to cut my camera off.
I don't like watching. I like wearing this joint because it got a magnet and the thing come off where it shows the jerseys and stuff. It got Kobe jersey up in there too.
The Marquise Cushite Benjamite wants you to drop the link, Remy.
You said what?
Look in the chat. Keep going.
I know. I seen.
Marquise Cushite Benjamite.
Yeah, I ain't have nobody up right now.
I got up here on my own, baby. I'm special.
She got a special. She don't. I don't have to drop the link for her. She can automatically come in.
I got the secret pass now.
Said something very different just now.
Listen to me. I'm not saying anything.
I might let people up at the end.
But what I need for people to understand, especially the general public, is Egypt is taught in two separate concepts.
Hold on, wait.
A concept of Egypt.
How does it go back like 50?
Study of Egypt from
16 that the meta-netter has not been deciphered.
Not that
is that the same argument you are?
You said what now?
When Pharaoh started talking, look at Jabari's face.
Making today, because you said something very different just now.
Listen to me. I'm not saying anything different than what I've said, but what I need for people to understand, especially the general public, is Egypt is taught in two separate concepts.
I did not catch that. Look at it. He got this
entire fucking forgotten myself into.
He got this Stephen A. Smith face right now. He got this face right here.
And there you go with that bullshit.
It's written on his forehead. That shit written right on his forehead, nigga. What? Here you go. Hold on for a second. The kids is coming in, and you know how you wake them up when they get out the car, they want to whine. Hold on for a second.
It's the My Family special. Family. How y'all doing tonight? Yo, Jabari face was worth. How many of y'all was here with Haven Bullets debated, quote unquote, debated root words? Classic. He looked like Haven Bullet sounded that night. This is awful, yo. This is terrible. Jabari face is like, what the fuck I done got myself into? By the hell up. And why Sarnetta over there looking like a wounded big toe? I don't understand. He looked like
Sarnetta knew what he was doing.
Look, he looked like he was doing. Whitey-whiteys on his head that happened to be red, extra small.
This shit is a classic.
He did that mess.
It's taught from a concept of Egyptology, which is the study of Egypt from 3200.
He's moving the goalposts again, though, with this shit.
And down, and that is the
shadow. We got to pull that out the crates.
In synchronicity with religion to approve of the Bible, or
he said, "Don't feed this nigga after midnight."
History of Egypt, but that history of Egypt is not true.
He said, "You having a dumbass Kamehameha being back."
Excuse me, 10,000 years. 10,000 years, starting at 10,000 BC and beyond. And that
was before your time, Remy.
The crazy thing about it is
hilarious.
He keep going into what you say.
I said, well, that comment that Chillin got on there, I said that's before your time. But that shit is hilarious. I gotta go back and find that on my channel and clip that shit out. At the end, Haven Bullets had an existential crisis. And he was just like, oh my God. Oh my God. The way Haven sound is the way Jabari look right there.
But you notice that every time he goes into his argument, he's never talking about the topic. He just give you a big ass, like Jabari said, a big ass word salad. We mash a bunch of big words together to try to sound smart.
Of Egypt is true. So when I say that the meta-nature has not been deciphered, and I make that distinction, what I wanted to be,
but they was moidalizing him in the comments.
Even when we arguing is the meta-nature been deciphered, people got to understand that we first argue from a aspect of or viewpoint of the story or the history of Egyptology as well, and no, that has not been deciphered.
What?
Because a lot of that
somebody sent me that shit.
It's completely made up.
Well, let me say two things to you. I am not here to contest your credentials that you've mentioned, but I will say to you that the credentials that you mentioned.
Wait. I just caught this. Hold on.
He said,
didn't he call himself the reincarnated Pharaoh? So how's the story?
Hear that part. I caught the part where Jabari immediately contradicted
I'm talking about back a few months ago. He was calling himself the reincarnated Pharaoh. So if those stories aren't true, how the fuck are you the reincarnated Pharaoh? That means you're full of shit.
But go to Jabari's comment that he was making when you paused it. He said, I'm not here to debate your credentials, but the work you put forth or something like that.
He said I can show you a cat video with 1 million views. What the fuck does that mean?
No, because a lot of that is completely made up. It's completely false.
Young mummified.
Completely made up.
Well,
look at Jabari's face though.
I am not here to contest your credentials that you've mentioned, but I will say to you that the credentials that you mentioned, they have nothing to do with the discussion we're having.
That's the comment everybody put in the joint too.
A cat video that has 4 million views.
So they got everything. They got everything because I just wanted to let you know. I'm a real life general. I'm the leader of the black.
Yeah, but how can you compare a YouTube? What he's trying to tell you is you just compared a YouTube resume to an actual physical resume.
That ain't no track record, boy.
Yeah, that's like trying to give me your rap sheet. I'm a college. This is my resume right here, and then he give his rap sheet. You know what his he is like. I'm gonna imagine him filling out an application. Height 6 deuce, baby. Sex, hell yeah. You remember when Loke Dog was filling out the application on Don't Be a Menace?
Mm-hmm.
That's how he fill out the application. Sex, hell yeah. Height 6 deuce, baby.
No, Chilling when he shaved off his widow's Pico line. I was dead. I was done.
Old Ottentown Road. Yeah, remember when the bull when he went to the barbershop and the bull cut his widow's peak off, he was butthurt about it. He was like, they cut him. He was outside the barbershop trying to fuck their business up.
As a kite. I just want to
fix your hairline and you got mad.
Trying to fix his own hairline on live
and fuck this shit up.
We still got that video.
He said, "I'm the leader of the Black Panthers." When did he say that?
A cat video that has 4 million views.
So they got everything. I'm a real life general. I'm a real life general. I'm the leader of the black. I'm about to take us.
Hold on. Okay, wait.
He didn't say Black Panthers. He said Black community.
Let you know that.
I was going to say. I quit.
You gotta let him speak, Pharaoh. You gotta let him speak.
Why they look like a pair of drawers on side of the head?
I don't know. He do like got a pair of Brock's and briefs on.
Right.
Had the things that you've done. I'm not here
Khalil,
to
what's up, bro?
but I want everyone to know that those credentials don't have anything to do with the topic that we're describing.
Nothing.
I'm the one. By the way, you're talking about Kemet of 10,000 BCE. I'd love for you to talk about that. But you should know that I also am a college professor.
He a
I
Blue
teach
Oyster
the
Bar
history
general
of Africa from human origins to 1600 CE. So I can take you back 3 or 4 million years. So I really would like for you. I really would like for you to hear that. I'm not here necessarily though to debate you. I think that if you are an intellectual brother, someone who has the capacity, you said you're really high. I hope you have the capacity.
He was high.
And to
yeah, he said he was high.
You're going to recognize that what I'm saying is correct. And I want you to realize that
He's not going to recognize that shit.
Is different than what you've been saying.
That's the only thing Jabari was wrong about. He said, you're going to recognize that I'm correct. No, he ain't. He don't even recognize that he embarrassing himself. No, he ain't.
You're going to recognize that what I'm saying is correct.
No,
and I want you to realize that what you first
you gonna learn out. You gonna find that out the hard way.
Different than what you've been saying. It's different than what you've been saying. Saying that the language has not been translated into a speakable form and saying it has not been
Jabari even teach anywhere?
What?
Does he still have his job?
Does who still have his job?
Jabari.
Yeah, he's still a professor.
That's really where we are. And I also want to.
I think he said that somewhere. I think he said he's still working at Cornell.
Hold on.
Okay, we got some letters to write.
Hold on, Pharaoh.
Wait, where is Cornell? Because he live in New York. Wait, where did Jabari live in New York, right?
There, if I ain't mistaken.
Cornell's up in New York?
Somewhere. I don't rightly remember, man.
Don't give me a line. I ain't go to college. I went to community college for 2 years. Never finished. Then I went to business school for a year and I ain't finished. They kept like I think I felt like it was a cheat. Like I'm paying you money to learn a course, but you're putting me in basic classes for the first damn near a year.
A money grab.
Yeah, like why am I paying you to do some shit that I just graduated high school doing? No.
Yeah, chilling, but
I want to learn the shit that I'm paying you to learn.
But he's gonna pass the mic in a minute. He's gonna pass the mic. Let him go.
A text within a written code.
You say he look like a low budget.
Yo, Pharaoh, you gotta let him finish.
He look like LL Cool J in a Gap
I'm
commercial.
here once again to contest all the things you said, but I think some of them are interesting. Right off the bat, I heard you say that you got the Pizzagate gunman off free, and I know that Edgar Madison Welsh was sentenced to 4 years in prison. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't say that.
Dude is in prison right now. So.
I didn't say that. I said I'm the one that got the evidence that can prove that he's innocent.
Oh, that can prove that he's innocent.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's not what you said.
That's not what I heard.
It's not what
and
you
I
said.
listened very carefully.
You said I'm the one that proved Pizzagate was a lie. That's what you said.
Here, perhaps what we should do is just make some clarifications between what being deciphered.
That boy got that diabetes.
And what being verbalized is. So I'm going to pass off. I'm going to let you talk, and then I might come back and do that so you can see why I'm saying what you said before is different than what you're saying now.
Now watch what he say have nothing to do with the topic once again.
All right, Pharaoh,
we're gonna go into a word salad about something else.
For us to convert a text written into code. I'm just gonna.
It's not what it means.
Written in code or coded signal into.
It's not what it means. Look at Jabari's face.
What do you mean? That's
not what it means.
Been successfully converted into a normal language. What do you mean? It's made up.
He said it's made up. It's not been successfully converted to a language. While having the name Young Pharaoh on the screen. Oh man. You got Young Pharaoh written across the screen and said it hasn't been successfully coded into a speakable language. Blink, 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 blink. You ever see a cartoon and just blink,
Yes.
blink, 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 blink? You ever see somebody get embarrassed in front of people? That's what they do. They blink. They go. Me and my brother catch that shit all the time. All the time. We catch that shit all the time. When a nigga get embarrassed, they just hey, blink, 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 blink. Me and my brother be catching that shit all the time.
I don't mean to change the subject, but them your new frames?
I had these for months.
I'm saying in the same ones.
Yeah,
they look different.
No, they not. They're not the big ones.
Okay, I was gonna say them look good.
Those was the original ones, and then I got these. I got these like a month or two ago. I've been wearing these every day.
I've been running around like Speedy Gonzalez for the last 2 months, man. I ain't had time
those bigger ones that Shadow was making fun of my Coke bottles.
Yes, those look
them my work
very
glasses.
nice. They look very nice on you.
Them my work glasses.
It's fabricated. It's
Thank you,
made up.
sis.
No problem.
A lot of it is made up. You can't turn an idea or a concept or a vibration into a form of grammatical text. Definition. The word hieroglyph by definition means unknown.
Isn't that the definition of writing something down? He said you can't turn an idea, vibration, into grammatical text. Isn't that
how did writing come to
writing
be in
words?
the first place? I mean,
yeah, isn't that the definition of
a
writing?
nonsensical ass argument that he over there making.
I just now caught that. Wait a minute, isn't that the definition of actually writing something?
And there's a reason you don't try to make sense of the senseless. You go your
Yeah,
head gonna hurt it a little bit.
Yeah, it's like he's twisting your mind in a pretzel because you're trying to get over the first knot that he just.
He's trying to say it in such a complicated way that you can't refute him.
Yeah, once you unhook the first knot, you running into another one.
Into
that's why I put my cap championship ring on.
A form of grammatical text. Definition. The word.
That's the definition of writing.
I was going to say, little Genie Cat ain't came to visit you, is it?
You can't turn an idea
deflated
or a concept or a vibration into a form of grammatical text.
That's
definition.
Literally writing.
The word hieroglyph by definition means unknown language.
That is not what that.
That's not what the fuck that means.
He's so slow.
It means.
Let's clarify that right now.
That's one.
Let's clear. I think I did this, but let's be safe. What is the definition of the word hieroglyph? Wow. A stylized picture. I think that stylized picture of an object that is representing a word.
Picture language.
That's basically what it says. Or sound as found in an ancient Egyptian or writing systems, in other writing systems.
He still going on
the word hieroglyph literally means
trying to debate Jabari on whether the metanet have been deciphered or not. That's what that is.
I don't even know what this fucking word is. Sacred writings.
Say that again.
Sacred writings. Sacred writings. Sacred writings. It didn't look like sacred.
Yeah, that's one of them words that don't look like.
It literally means. It says
like what it sounds like.
The word hieroglyph literally means sacred writings.
Yeah, because those were the only thing that was allowed to be written down was religious text or whatever.
Hold on, sis. I gotta give it to him.
You better be careful, little buddy.
You keep trying to give the definitions of shit just because you sound see what he think is
he dropped out in middle school.
He think black people are stupid and they're not going to fact check. Most of the people that follow him,
college Jabari. It don't matter if Jabari graduated from ICT.
That's what I said, high school.
Because Pharaoh never graduated high school.
Exactly.
And by definition, Jabari had to graduate high school to get on to whatever college he went to. So
You can't even go to college. You don't even have a GED. But what I'm saying is, that's what I'm saying. You can't even go to college. You don't got no GED. But what I was saying is, he think black people are stupid. Most of his followers don't fact check anything he say. So he can be like, the definition of the word orange
Man, I'm
means.
starting to think his followers smoke formaldehyde or some
Yeah,
shit.
that's why he say, like, he can be like, the definition of the word orange means the fruit, and they'll believe it. And it sounds smart to them because he's giving the definition of something. It sounds smart to dumb people.
One of the definitions of it.
No, it's not. I don't see it anywhere in these definitions.
Idea.
Yo, Remy, Crystal turned around and looked like, what the fuck? We said that. It's starting to breathe hard.
Vernacular expression or grammatical text. That's what it is. It's like an emoji.
The nutty professors. I just caught that.
This is why the Egyptian deities are principalities. This is why they're principles.
How the fucking
take.
Wait, if the Egyptian deities are principles, how are you reincarnated Egyptian? Yeah, but if they are, how are you a reincarnated Pharaoh?
With biblical terminology. The fuck is he doing?
That's what I'm saying. If the deities are principalities, how are you?
Christian concept.
And they're made up. How are you a reincarnated deity? That's the point. You say you are a reincarnated, you say you are Aten, reincarnated. But if he's just a principality and he's made up,
Avatar.
How are you
flapjacks?
The reincarnation. So you just defeated all of your arguments.
That boy slow right there. Mm-hmm.
I've never seen somebody. He likes somebody that can get with a girl and talk his way out of it. Hey, girl, how you doing?
Just the fuck.
You look beautiful. hey, girl, how you doing? You look beautiful. Oh, thank you. Fuck you, bitch. Talk his way in and out of some pussy. He's the type of nigga that'll talk his way in and out of the pussy. Hey, how you doing? You ugly. You dummy.
Yeah, mofo remember principalities from church. That's what that is, Max.
Mm-hmm.
Sounded good.
Like, for example, the pepper beetle, right? It's symbolic to rolling the dung in the morning. That's one aspect. During the sunrise, but then it's also symbolic to the rising or the starting of consciousness each day and each morning. This is why from 3 to 4 a.m. there's an actual energetic flux that passes over the pyramid scale to this day and goes across the entire.
See, going to a word salad spill, trying to sound smart, and you make yourself sound dumber.
Jabari face.
Yeah, it's like, bro, why are you?
Jabari like, stop, they didn't play me enough for this shit.
The thing about it is, what let us know is he's dumb is that he's not smart enough to know that he can't trick a real genius. Like, you should have known that you're going up against a real genius. Maybe I should bring my A game.
Well, not even a genius, just somebody with some sense.
No information, basic shit. You could at least have said some basic shit.
Well, yeah, I guess compared to Pharaoh, he is a genius, huh?
Pretty much.
And vibrates the latitude, longitude lines of the planet. So I said that to say this.
He actually have a
the 3 layers of consciousness, the 3 layers of understanding.
Young beetle.
Metaphysically, that
it's a young dung beetle.
Was placed into that ideogram.
YP's definitely rolling some dung right now. Yes, he is.
Information wasn't transmitted to you. You know, you wouldn't have that understanding. You wouldn't be able to read it. But you can't take that and turn that into a letter K, because the letter K does not. If that's the case, the letter K still today would have a spiritual or a spiritual meaning. None of the letters of the English alphabet have.
You know what? We ain't got to worry about all that. That AI finna decipher everything. Hey, Ty.
Characters in the English alphabet.
Ty, what's up? Wait, so are you trying to say that because Kepler can be written in English, it's not? Hold on.
spiritual meanings.
Man,
That's
don't
what
try to
matters.
quote.
Each alphabet have those meanings. On top of the fact, it's only 26
Remy, you doing
characters
it
in
again.
this alphabet, and then that came from
Trying to make sense of the
runic text.
senseless.
And none of those
Yeah,
texts have more than
definitely
6,000,
was.
have more than 30 characters in them. And the glyphs have the Egyptian hieroglyphics have 4,000 to 6,000 characters, at least that they tell us or that we know of.
What
So
does it have
how
to do with
we
it?
translate all of these characters into only 26 characters that are void of any of the meanings of what those glyphs really mean?
Oh my God.
What?
Okay, let me ask you a question. Okay, give me a sec. Let me show something.
I'm not gonna lie, this annoys me with debates. Instead of answer a question, they all
But debates are
motherfuckers be
not
like,
supposed to be like this. Debates
I know,
are
but when they be like, let me ask you a question. Just answer the fucking question. Stop with this. Let me ask you a question. Shit, you can't answer a question with a question.
and you're not supposed to do that in debates either.
Yeah, that bothers the fuck out of me, yo. They all do it.
That's why I don't watch that shit.
Yeah, that's what made me stop watching. It seemed like nobody ever answers the question.
Look, I dropped
they
down. I
all
was like, these
beat
are
around
not
the
the
bush.
rules and etiquette of you know.
Yeah, they all beat around the bush. Like nobody directly answers any questions. It's just a bunch of word salads.
But they don't really know.
That's a fact.
Brother Pharaoh, what is this?
Brother Pharaoh.
That's a capra beetle holding up the sun, a womb, you know.
Can I ask you a question?
Go right ahead.
How do you know it's called a capra beetle?
Dumbass.
This is the point I'm trying to make.
No, wait. You use the word. So how do you know it's a capra beetle?
Because based upon the English language.
Oh my gosh.
When he said that, that's when I was like, you know, he about to say some more dumb shit. Because based upon the English language, wait, how we get back to English? We actually, what the fuck this word was? The kepper is in English. Look at your Jabari face. Jabari knew he had it. Look at Jabari face.
The point I'm trying to make.
No, wait. You use the word. So how do you know that it's a capra beetle?
Hey, Buddha.
On the English.
Look at Jabari face. Look at Jabari face. He's like, I got it.
Jabari go giggle about this for months.
Oh my God. And like you said, Jabari he's very condescending. He likes to play with his food. So and then he gave him basically a chew toy.
Mm-hmm.
He gave this like giving the pistol a fucking chew toy.
That bit had a squeaky in the middle.
Uh-huh. And he's squeaking right now.
Shaking the hell out that motherfucker.
Squeaking out his butt.
And from the text outside of scholars like Stephen Mailer. And based
Stephen Mailer is in the scholar.
Being a language of enslavement of our ancestors and us having to filter through French and Africa being colonized 70%.
And we know that's how we know you're full of shit. The people that you follow and get your information from aren't even scholars.
Oh, goodness, this is priceless. You got this saved, right?
What happened?
I said this is priceless. You got this saved, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. But what was crazy about his information, what I'm getting from is if they don't have to be scholars. If they write a book about something, he automatically thinks it's legit information because they wrote a book. You know how many books? Our whole fucking history books in America are littered with false information.
Mm-hmm.
And we know this to be true. So why would you think simply getting the information from somebody's book is legit?
They go get books that get turned down by peer-reviewed studies. Hey, Seth.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, and then you don't research the actual information from the book. You just scan the information from the book and take that information and be like, this is it. And then you say it's yours.
6% by the French.
You know what? You can tell. You tell on yourself. You be like, I got the information, and then be like, I got it from this book. So you didn't get the information. You'll tell us that the information didn't come from you, while telling us that the information came from you.
And us not having our true original tongue and being able to really get our language back from who we should have got it from, which is Japanese historians or linguists.
What?
Linguists.
Did he just say we need to get our
vibratory expression?
Hieroglyphics.
That and based upon
ancient Mandarin are two totally different things.
Totally different things.
Where Cupcake at?
He said Japanese.
French and Africa being colonized 76% by the French.
All of those
languages. Us not having our original tongue and being able to really get our language back from who we should have got it from, which is Japanese.
So Japan stole our language.
Cupcake is here.
Bro,
he can explain it better than I can.
You're doing anything and everything you can to try to connect Japan to Africa. He's doing everything he can to try to connect them to. They're two different continents, bro. Yes, Asia was the first continent that African Moors or explorers, whoever the first African explorers were, that was the first continent that they settled in. Yes, we do know this.
That boy looked at a flat map and got confused. That's all that is.
Yep.
Linguist. This is the vibratory expression that I give to the world, the Kepler beetle. I'm not white. I'm not an Englishman. I didn't create.
I know you're not white. I mean, you're a person of African descent, like I'm a person of African descent.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make this announcement one more time and one at the end. As you know, if you were here in the beginning, it's my daughter's birthday tomorrow. We're throwing a hotel party. If anybody wants to pitch in, the Cash App is going along screen at the bottom.
I would, bro, but I'm tapped right now.
I know. I ain't asking you. I ain't asking you. You done enough.
Happy birthday.
You done enough. But if anybody wants to wish Princess Ma'at a happy birthday or chip in, you're more than welcome. Cash App going along screen at the bottom.
Oh, I moved back to StreamYard.
You did?
Yeah, Restream going through changes.
Yeah.
The question is,
see, it already got too much for me. So now it's changing.
Because you didn't develop.
I don't know what's wrong with it. It's always fucking up.
This is a Kepler
I just learned how to do
how
this
do you
shit.
know this is a Kepler beetle? That term that you used.
Well, if it's not a Kepler beetle, what would you say is the proper term for the?
No, here's the deal, though, young Pharaoh. I would agree it's a Kepler beetle, but the reason why I know it's a Kepler is because I can read the word. So someone told you what the word is in the Medunetter, and you agree that that's the word, yet you're still saying that we can't translate it.
I mean, the word Kepler.
So some.
Now I want you to listen to what he just said, because this is the whole argument. This is the whole argument. She got her little hair did. She thinks she grown right now. She got a little. I'm so mad at her. She gave. It's not a lot. It's not like over the top, but I don't believe a 4-year-old should have weave in her hair. She got her little braid, just a little braid, but she flinging it around and it's pissing me off. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
No, here's the deal, though, young Pharaoh. I would agree it's a Kepler beetle, but the reason why I know it's a Kepler is because I can read the word. So someone told you what the word is in the Medunetter, and you agree that that's the word.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna leave it alone. That's why I'm saying too. I'm gonna leave it alone before I choke somebody up in this motherfucker.
I don't know. You just said, how do I know it's a Kepler beetle? I mean, from my perspective, the way I answered it was, because I speak English, as you know.
But Kepler is not is Kepler an English word?
That's arguable.
That's arguable. Can you show me any dictionary that has the word Kepler in it? Any English dictionary?
That's there you go with that bullshit.
People are making this shit up as we go.
So did something? You know you don't fucked up, right?
No. I said no. I said I pulled into the garage at.
You know you done fucked up, right?
No.
I didn't. A Caucasian made it up.
Oh, a Caucasian made that word up?
They made up the English alphabet.
That's what it's all about, Trey. The fuck is he talking about?
I'm lost.
How to spell it in English. I asked you.
You said is Kepra. You listen to me. You said is Kepra an English word. I said that's arguable because the characters come from Englishmen, and that those characters come from German.
What characters? What? We're not reading any words. There's no characters.
A, the letter H, the letter E.
Brother Pharaoh. I didn't ask you to write the word down. I asked you what is the item.
Is it an English word? I said it's arguable.
Well, make your argument that it's an English word since it's arguable.
Yeah, because he's confusing writing the word and speaking the word. I don't even think he understands his own argument.
Nope.
At this point, like I don't even think he grasps his own argument. Because you're confusing writing of the language and actually speaking it. What the hell are you talking about, buddy? I appreciate it, Puda.
The argument that it's an English word.
The argument is it could be argued that it's an English word because the characters, aka the letters that are used to compose the word, are of English origin.
Which letters? Which letters?
K, H, E. That all of those letters go back to Greek, the Greek alphabet, and then that history in itself. English comes from English, which comes from the Anglo-Saxons, who were both once, and then separate the Saxons, and then they became the Anglo-Saxons. So
is that
like I said, the characters.
Is that big chick that's always up there trying to defend him? Who wrote that comment?
Probably.
That looked like that big chick. No, her name is like Goddess.
One day rewards, hey.
Her name is like Goddess something. But she looked like that big chick that was up there last time trying to defend his ass.
Somebody always trying to swing for little old Sparrow.
Mm-mm. She said, my wife said, hey.
Hey, tell her, say, hey.
Hey, sis.
How you doing?
Good.
Good.
You a goddamn drink. That's what I need.
I had 1, 2 drinks. Now I'm an alcoholic. Yeah, I had. What you say?
How many folks was in there roasting the hell out of Sparrow? I just want to know. I missed the shenanigans.
The whole chat. She was the only one that was saying he was right.
No, I mean, like, was it signing the usual 1K chat roasting him?
When I got there, it was about like 600 people in there.
And everybody left. They were clowning in the comments. I'm surprised she made it in the chat. I'm surprised they ain't blocked her.
Chat was cooking him. He wouldn't even look down at it.
I bet he wouldn't. He probably read the first few comments.
He got to know he sound crazy. He got to know he sound crazy to people. He got to know by now. If I was him, I wouldn't look at the chat. I wouldn't. Making those claims. If I really believed that I wanted this championship ring, I wouldn't look down at my chat.
I'm a Power Ranger.
I would look down at my chat. I'm walking around claiming that shit. I wouldn't look at the chat ever. I'd turn that motherfucker off.
Trace back to the English language, which has nothing to do with us. And then the English language.
Babe, the chat said, "What's up?"
Germans and in the Nordics and all of them.
She said, "What's up?" Just chilling.
People of Caucasian history was beefing, in their homeland, and they had to even take that region over to create the English.
Pharaoh, you were not answering.
They had to even take that region over to create the English from the Anglo-Saxons to create the English word. So my main thing is, like I said, it could be argued that it's English. It could even be argued that it's runic because the English alphabet come from the runic alphabet.
Brother Pharaoh, you are not answering the question.
No.
You said
it's Otten time.
Because you are trying to.
It's Otten time.
Leonard.
English letters to sound.
Otten source.
Mean that word is an English
Activate.
Word. I think you know that.
All I'm saying is the English language.
Ottentron, activate.
Which is a hybridized.
No, they had a crystal.
But I'm not asking you about English. I didn't ask you about English. You're the one that's bringing English.
Nobody asked you about
Because
English.
because the word Kepra is created from the English language.
Hold on.
How?
Let's be very clear. When I said, "What is this?" and you said, "It's a."
How was the word Kepler created? He said the word Kepler was created from the English language.
Wasn't that one of the first words translated off the Rosetta Stone, which is how they even deciphered the meta? I don't even study this shit, and I know more than they do. What kind of crap is this?
I don't know.
Because the word Kepra is created from the English language.
Hold on a second. Let's be very clear. When I said, "What is this?" and you said, "It's a Kepler," you are vocalizing sounds that are not written. They are now written in English to try to approximate the sounds from the Kemetic language. I think you know this. That's why your head is down.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to be really clear. I want to be really clear that Kepler, show me one English dictionary that has the word Kepler in it.
It doesn't.
It's Kepler simply because you can try to write it in English letters. That makes it an English word.
Dumbass.
That means that the word hola, a greeting in Spanish, is an English word because I can write it with the
That's
same
a great
letters?
Example.
Is that what you're saying?
Oh, Lord.
Is that what you're saying?
Jabari,
how about the word Espanol?
That's a great
warmed
example.
up, y'all.
What'd you say?
I said Jabari getting warmed up.
Uh-huh.
I told you he like to play with his food.
That's what he do. He had his salad. He about to get on to the main course.
Espanol can be written with English letters.
And he sound kind of pissed.
I just thought of something. When we said he was a tutor and he was squeaking. His chair.
Say what up?
His chair. His chair.
I can't. I've been laughing all day.
Jabari chewing on him in his chair doing all the squeaking. Oh man, this is brutal. And then you came back on the internet the next day like nothing happened. Like you didn't just. It was like it's like saying that you can sing and going on the Apollo and
it sounded like William Hung
and the Sandman coming in.
Okay, this is just. Oh my gosh, this is just. It was a massacre. He moralized him. I'm quite sure that Jabari is Remy froze. Is that what happened? Remy froze, y'all. Children probably done unplugged and sabotage. It was sabotage. Oh my goodness. There he go. Battery went dead. He still froze, y'all. Y'all still, or am I froze? Okay, just making sure. Remy, you there, bro? Lord, they trying to take Remy, y'all. Help us. Family. Looks like, oh Lord, Shadow the Cat did it. But young delusion land right there. If we didn't need no more proof that that boy Butterhead slipped off the biscuit a long time ago. That boy just he take it to all new levels. It don't make the cat froze. I don't have a video though, Seth. I know Sanetta to put that bitch on private by now. Probably shame. They was probably eating Sanetta ass up in the comments the next day. What the fuck did you bring him home for? I mean, shoot.
Link.
Yeah, there you go. There he go.
I forgot to plug the thing in again.
I told him.
Link.
I told him it was the children's sabotage, though.
My cat stepped on my.
Shadow said the cat did it.
I know. I heard him. Well, I came back in, but y'all couldn't hear me.
Yeah, I saw that.
My cat unplugged my thing.
Cat might have while you playing.
The cat want me to binge with him, and I told him I don't do drugs, and he got upset.
Told you about babysitting your cousin general little spoon cat.
Bro says I'm gonna take you in and out so I can flip the thing. There we go.
You can do that on the screen, yo.
Okay.
Yeah, you just drag and drop it. You been sitting up and doing all
Holy shit, you can do that. You can. Oh,
bro,
shit.
You been up here doing all that extra shit for nothing.
Well, for no reason.
Saying that the word Espanol is an English word, or would you call it Spanish in English?
Do you even know where the Spanish language comes from?
Brother, I am not asking you where the Spanish language comes from.
Now he
See?
gets
I'm not asking you the Spanish language.
Yeah.
This is a little Papito moment.
Yeah, that's a deflection. You know where the Spanish language come from, nigga? We weren't even talking about the English language.
No, I'm talking about Jabari. Jabari getting pissed now.
Yeah.
Language comes from.
It's
But
hard to
I
get
am
him out his
saying
character.
to you, dear brother, is that you have
Brother.
found yourself
Oh, see, you did it already.
into a box of your own making.
No, you
If
have
this is a Kepper,
See, that's why I don't
then
like
the
wearing
only
this
way
damn
we
thing. The
know
magnet
that
keep
it
coming
is
on.
vocalized as Kepper is by deciphering the language. And you are agreeing with the decipherment of the language. But then you're saying,
I'm gonna go with the Miami Heat.
What I'm saying is no matter what.
Because that's what he's getting right now. Miami Heat.
Stay in school, kids.
Have to take it.
Any kids that happen to run past this on your parents' account, stay in school because it's important.
Sis,
And
you
this
already had
is part of the reason why.
I had to put on the Miami Heat one.
Cap Game 2023 coming to a YouTube channel near you.
Had to put on the Miami Heat one because
Right,
he's
Ty.
right now.
Look, when somebody goes against your art,
Yeah, he felt
your
disrespectful.
craft, and tells you some shit that you know ain't true,
And then try to
gonna get a
tell
little
you that
pissed.
you don't know it.
right?
He trying to tell a Cornell graduate that he don't know what he talking about.
A layman trying
And to top that
tell-
off, I don't even think Jabari knows he didn't graduate high school. So he
right.
I don't think Jabari would
He's
even
up
took
here
the
trying
time.
to be respectful, calling him brother Pharaoh and shit.
Mhm.
No,
I don't even
he's
think-
gonna cuss him out. Look at that face Jabari made. He looked like a black Ned Flanders right there. Just
If Jabari knew he didn't graduate high school, I don't
somebody
think he
tell
would've-
Raja to red ball it to the live part.
I think Jabari probably going back out of this joint once he finds out. 'Cause after doing this, and then y'all supposed to have a full debate.
Yeah.
And he finds out that this man didn't graduate high school. He can be like, sign that this man is delusional. Why did you even have him on the show in the first place?
Because Sinetta slapped the fuck out. Why the hell did you set up this shit?
And somebody tagged 10 Toes in this because 10 Toes Down said, if he needs to be held accountable for something, hold him accountable. 10 Toes, I want to hold you accountable for not holding Sinetta accountable for the polite situation. And hold him accountable for this shit too.
Fuckery.
But you ain't hold him accountable. You never held him accountable for polite. And what I mean by you knew polite was a Dr. York follower. Then you knew that he ran off with your wife's niece.
You knew polite didn't care.
You knew who he was. And you did not care until it benefited you. You never called him out.
Say it again, Ty, for the people in the back that didn't hear you.
Did you see the part where he could? Would you say me? You talking to me?
Who, me?
You said say in the back for the you talking to me?
No, I said say it again for the people in the back that can't hear you, Ty.
Oh, did you see the part where he was comparing? Yeah,
No, where he said Sinetta ain't shit.
Oh yeah. So I know that definitely. He's already been labeled the Don King of the conscious community.
He's been labeled that for years though.
But at this point, going to Sinetta is like Dancing with the Stars. It's over.
No, this going to Sinetta is like being on that game show Whammy.
It's over. But yeah, we saw when he was comparing credentials, and that's what we were talking about 5 minutes ago. Everybody said the same comment. What is any of these credentials? You cannot list a YouTube resume as credentials.
Right. You can't list lectures as credentials.
Yeah, those aren't credentials. Those are just
unless you're given some type of master class.
Yeah, that's just your experiences. That's all it is. You just listed things that you've experienced. You didn't accomplish anything. Because accomplish is something that means what you did made a change. So you keep saying you got this person caught and you got these sex traffickers in court. Have any of them been prosecuted?
Nope.
So you didn't do anything. All you did was talk about it. So those aren't credentials. Those are just some bullshit that you throwing out there.
Even the spelling of what you're saying is coming from a language that's already questionable in its own origins and is a hybridized language in itself.
So you're trying to say that there are no languages? Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm trying to say is the English language is not our natural tongue.
Sure.
And people need to be aware that even the words that we're using to describe the principles and concepts of our ancestors.
Yeah, he said he stopped COVID.
Are being understood or perceived by.
Oh, that's what we were just talking about. Right before you walked in, Professor Cupcake said that like 5 minutes ago. He said he stopped COVID. Where the fuck was you at when my whole house got sick?
That's right.
On the internet talking about his baby mom.
Even the word Kepler.
Crying and shit.
What I'm saying is the beetle was simply symbolized to convey 3 layers of understanding at a specific time.
Look, Jabari like
came and looked at these
talking shit, Yankee.
on the wall.
You see what Jabari just said? You see what Jabari just said?
What did you say?
He basically pointed to Sinetta. He like, yo, he's rambling. Yankee. Right.
Even the word Kepler. And what I'm saying is the beetle was simply
Jabari need to pick a new pair of glasses.
To convey 3
Jabari
layers.
been wearing them glasses since the 90s, yo. I swear that's the same pair he had on when he was on access.
I was ready to say the same thing. That nigga did not elevate past 1970.
To convey 3 layers of
look, he like.
I don't need no new frames. Just put
Look
some
at,
things in them.
Sis, you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Watch. He's gonna be like Sinetta, Yankee. He's babbling.
Convey 3 layers of understanding at a specific time.
Put him in the bag.
Somebody
put him in the bag.
Get him out of there. He's babbling.
Diagrams on the wall. And are now alleging that.
I was gonna wait till he finished speaking. I got you.
And are now alleging that.
Jabari like motherfucker.
Sinetta. You know what bothers me is usually when Sinetta know he's talking bullshit, and when he knows he's talking bullshit, he cuts him off.
Yeah, he still let them put that shit out there in front of the people.
He knows that it gets him more content, it gets more viewers. If I let this man act a fool, he learned that from Nature Boy. That Nature Boy,
no, he was doing that shit long before Nature Boy.
I know, but the Nature Boy shit put him back in people's
Mr. Lex
potential. It put him back on people's
radar. Don't come in. You know what? Hold on, Remy. Do not come in here tonight trying to cape for somebody that is obviously ignorant.
Hold on. He said, I'm new here. What did this page teach? This page teach that we're not going to stand for fake black leaders. We're not going to stand for frauds, and we're going to fact check false information. That's what we teach over here.
You ain't learned that's the style out caping tactic.
If you go down my videos, you see that I've done more than just this. I just put out a video on a man being I just put a video out on white privilege. I do all types of stuff. I hate when people come over here when I'm speaking out against. I'm not directing this at you, Mr. Lex Masters, but people do this a lot. Whenever I speak out against a leader that they follow,
I'm telling you,
they come over here with that.
Remio.
Now, I'm not saying that is you because you didn't. You just asking what does this page teach? It was a little condescending, but a lot of people who follow these men come over here and they ask the same thing, and they it's like a deflection. Yeah, he ain't no leader. That nigga ain't never been a leader. Okay, so you're
aggravated us for 3 weeks, man. Remember? That's probably him under another account.
But the lesson today is this man has been putting out false information. He doesn't understand the information or comprehend any of the information. He just memorized and regurgitated, and he's been tricking and frauding the community for years. He stole, scammed. You can say he stole it. You can say he scammed it. $2 million from the community. $2 million. That could have built a park, a rec center for the kids. You know how much $2 million could have did for the community? And you know where it went? To his lifestyle. He tricked the community into thinking that he was going to pay for a lawyer. Took that money. First he used Sandra Bland, then he used the orphanage, and then he used a fake lawsuit.
On the wall.
Oh, don't forget the community, the $100 million black community with the daycare center in every state.
That one too, and the storefront.
Tax and give off the
school.
Yup, the same lifestyle. That's go to a gang. That is well said. He said the same lifestyle that's killing him. Facts. And that's how you knew he was a fraud. Because as soon as he got his money, he became the very opposite of who he portrayed to us. Did I say that right? Of what he portrayed to us.
Portrayed.
Yeah. You know what I mean. God damn it.
In that specific gang. Or we go.
And he says he's a military general. Where's the military?
You know what they language men on the wall, or what they symbols men on the wall, unless they told.
If he's a military general, like I said, I want to ring with the Miami Heat.
Or other, false, linguists say that they translated 4,000 to 6,000 glyphs, images, and pictures on the wall into 26 letters. Once again, I'm going to tell you, that sounds crazy.
Wait, whoever said they did that? He said they took thousands of hieroglyphs and broke it down into 26 letters. When was that ever said?
That ain't how that works. I'm not an Egyptologist or
me either. Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a scholar and I know everything, because I don't. I'm still learning as I go. But what are you looking for? Can you just say it? Okay.
Wall unless they told you. And so when Jean Champollion or other, false, linguists say that they translated 4,000 to 6,000 glyphs, images, and pictures on the wall into 26 letters. Once again, I'm going to tell you, that sounds crazy, but
your argument sounds crazy too.
That to be true, what I'm saying is, we still have to take into consideration. We really truly don't know. We really truly don't know
CIA
if the names or titles of certain concepts, that whether we believe we understand them to be true, to be accurate, because this is not our native tongue. I mean, none of that is being done.
Dang, Seth. Say it like you mean it, baby.
This is what I'm saying to you.
Okay. Sonetta, could you put this on the screen for me, please?
So I think I kind of get what he's trying to say. He's trying to say, because we are not speaking our native tongue, how do we know that?
That's a false equivalency, though.
But yeah, that's what I was going to say, because what does us not speaking our native tongue have to do with a completely different language? Absolutely nothing.
Okay. Here's dictionary.com. I just figured I would look up the word Kepra because young Pharaoh was saying it's arguable as if it's an English word. Dictionary.com doesn't
Raj,
recognize it.
that's a
I
fact.
also looked
Thank
at
you, Raj.
Merriam-Webster, which is a much older dictionary.
George, peace and welcome.
Updated
Make sure y'all hit that
several
like
times a
button
year.
as y'all come in.
They don't recognize the word Kepra either. So I want you to understand that the word Kepra, while we might try to approximate it with letters that
Like my government name, it's not an English word. This shit was made up. She even spelt it a weird way. The way it's spelled isn't the way it's pronounced. That's just like that. Like she basically sounded my name out. I don't know why the fuck she did that, but she did. She was 15. I mean, come on, but still.
we might use.
That might not have been on her. That might have been on the lady that wrote the name.
No, it was her and my aunt. They came up with the shit. They tell me the story all the time.
That this word is not an English word. By the way, I did not introduce the name of that.
And I ask my mom all the time, you sure you just started smoking 2 years ago? You sure you wasn't? You sure you
that beetle?
What's going on with y'all? What y'all thinking?
Like a good idea when we young.
And so I want you to recognize that.
No, but what bothered me was the catch is my mother name is Stephanie. My grandmother gave her the name Stephanie so she wouldn't have a hard time getting jobs.
To this, you turned around and gave you a hard time.
Exactly. You knew this and turned around and gave me a name that wasn't going to that barely gets me through the door. I'm surprised how the fuck I get in the door. They think I'm Mexican or Dominican.
Yeah, I can see that.
They think I'm Mexican or Dominican.
We know that beetle is called a Kepra because we're able to read the language. We may not be able to read
Pharaoh sit up there and ramble that whole time.
Stephanie means queen? Holy shit. I gotta text my mom now.
For us to recognize that simply because you can try to approximate something in a language that doesn't make that word.
I'm suspicious. How you
like
doing?
The word in a simple way is to say Espanol. Espanol is not an English word. We call the language that is called Espanol by speakers of Espanol, we call it Spanish. But we do try to write the word Espanol using the same letters. It's not, I don't even know why I have to explain this. Now, let me say this to you really quickly here.
I just text my mom that, Professor Cupcakes.
We're struggling. You can't see my screen?
Yo, Jabari is having a hard time up there right now. He is struggling not to say what he really feeling.
I feel like Jabari is struggling not to cuss him out. Right. And not to cuss the Sinetta out too. I'm pretty sure it's like he's struggling not to jump out of his character.
Basically, he trying not to let the nigga in them show.
And Professor Cupcakes, now that you said that, my grandmother, that's why I am the way I am. She studied a lot. She always, that's all she did was read and study. She just had got her degree 2 months before she died. Went back to college at 40, got her degree. And she was very smart. So she probably knew that. I'm not going to say she did. I don't know that for sure, but she probably knew because she was very educated and she loved to read. She loved history. She loved to read books. Oh man, she was the polar opposite of my mother. Polar opposites.
Yo, I was thinking, wow, you was Jabari. Lord Jesus, I don't even remember no more. It just, I was.
You want to cuss him out? You can tell.
Not even that. It's just like.
It's like
oh yeah, that's what it was. Have you seen that thing he did, that episode of Homes and Gardens or Interior Design, whatever the fuck it was? That is not the same Jabari.
Nope. And you know what's crazy? You know what this sounds like? It sounds like you ever try to help your kids with their homework and they act dumb and it pisses you off.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looked like. It looked like a black parent trying to do their kids, help their kids with their homework.
2 apples.
Johnny got 2 fucking apples, and they just look at you all dumb. Use your fucking fingers. Yo, I never. I asked my mom one time to help you with my homework. Never again. I did my shit in school
Hey,
before I
George.
came home. Never again. It was like a blade. This what this look like, a black parent trying to teach their kid how to do their homework.
See it?
It's freaking out on me. Hold on one second. There we go. I want to be clear that
They don't even know what the
when
word
young
decipher
Pharaoh
means.
sat down tonight and he said the metanetter has not been translated into a speakable language. If that was the position that he was going to maintain, we actually could have said good night. I would have said, it's good to meet you, brother. Good night. Because what he is correct about is that when we translate the Kemetic language does not actually indicate all of its vowel sounds. Some of them, yes, not all of them. So sometimes we, as people who are trying to vocalize an ancient language, insert vowel sounds in order to speak it. So
Yeah, my mods, my day ones here all the time.
By the way, this is not just the metanetter. The Hebrew language had a very similar problem, but people have reconstructed it and speak it every day, including in the city that I'm in. Well, when he said, and he has said this many times if you're not familiar, that the metanetter has not been deciphered, that is the hill that he should not want to die on. Here's his flyer from December 18, 2016.
Even said he stopped saying that shit.
He's saying the metanetter has not been deciphered. I'm certainly not putting these words in his mouth. I didn't make the flyer, but I want to be clear. The word decipher means to uncode something. So look at this: to make out the meaning of, to discover the meaning of, to interpret by the use of a.
So you mixed up
Ain't
the
no kinda
definitions.
about it, George. Sorry, Remy.
So you mixed up the definitions of decipher and hieroglyphs. Didn't he say the word hieroglyphs means to decode an unknown language?
Yo, my brain
Something
told
like that?
Pharaoh out like 10 minutes ago.
It sounded like he mixed up the definitions.
Key
Might
as
be wrong,
something
though.
written in cipher. This is what the word decipher means. So the metanetter has certainly been deciphered. We can read it. The challenge is with speaking it. That's where the challenge is. So that if he had maintained, if he kept the same argument as when he first sat down, we'd be fine.
Not about everything, Lex.
The problem is the terms
And
he's
the goal
using.
is the same.
And I want you to be clear. If he says that's a Kepra, if he says he's the general of the Aten Ra nation,
Yeah, we're all in agreement.
how does he know that it's called Aten? How does he know that that the name of the deity is Aten? For those of you who know our dear brother.
And this is the point that Jabari's, and I'm saying too. He calls himself the reincarnated Aten, but turns around and tell you that the metanetter has not been deciphered, and all the deities, including Aten, are principalities and have been made up. This is the whole argument. He's trying to tell you that something isn't real and has not been deciphered while using it. And then gives you the definitions of words that he claims have not been deciphered.
He is enamored with the word Aten. Here's his Aten Holistic Center. How does he know that that should be vocalized as Aten? It is not an English word.
That's a fact.
He is trying to speak a language that has been deciphered. That is what he's doing.
Jackass. Just
And I
because
want
you
to
can't
hear
speak it doesn't mean it hasn't
the
been
challenge
deciphered.
with the metanetter trying to be spoken is a challenge that actually the Hebrew language had as well. I don't know if you knew that, family, but you should know. Here's an article from the Baltimore Sun.
I got one example right here. There's an app where you can write your name in Egyptian hieroglyphs. So how would it not be deciphered? If I can write my name in Egyptian hieroglyphs on the app, how's that possible? If it ain't been deciphered.
Once dead language brings Israel to life, Hebrew. After 1,700 years, a revived language becomes a common thread, knitting together a nation of immigrants with little common except religion. I want you to understand that the Hebrew language had a similar problem that the Kemetic language has. That didn't stop people in Israel from trying to vocalize their ancient language.
Speaking of Egypt, I don't mean to get off topic, but speaking of Egypt, you heard the Egyptians over there right now are mad because Cleopatra is being portrayed as black
because she was Greek. They want accuracy, damn it.
The original Greeks were black.
Yo, I ain't even finna get into all that. All I know is that's the hill they want to stand on right now.
Egypt is in Africa.
Yes,
you did Gods of Egypt and had a bunch of white folks. You guys weren't even there at the time. You could barely live in that area now.
I mean, her folk came from Greece. Like there was a lot of transmigration over there during that time.
But Cleopatra wasn't white.
They were way.
Her great grandmother. Her grandmother was an African. Her mother was an African.
About that, I'm just talking about in general.
I'll show you right now. They got pictures of her grandmother and her mother. They both were Africans. Her mother and her grandmother were Africans. She was not white.
What they had. You're not hearing me?
Yeah, I hear you now. You went out for a second.
She wasn't Greek.
Oh, I don't know.
Her mother was like, her grandmother was Ethiopian or some shit like that.
I want you to understand what happened is they had to
black.
add vowel sounds.
They used to intermarry a lot over there.
And because
he said there was a few Cleopatras, too.
Let's try to add vowel sounds. Now they're speaking that language.
Ethiopian, yeah. Her mother was Ethiopian. Grandmother and mother was Ethiopian.
But see, they're not saying that she was white. They were saying that she Greek, and Greek folk ain't white neither.
No, I'm gonna say
facts. Back then, everybody was colored. Everybody had a tint.
Look, they used to intermarry.
We can agree on that. Everybody was.
They used to do trade and commerce. Therefore, people was picking up women everywhere they went. Men been picking up women in every place they go.
That's what I'm saying. We can put it like this. She might not have been all the way black, but she wasn't white. She wasn't pale face. That's all.
And everybody in Alexander army wasn't white. But
he said Andrew Tate Daddy black, and he got a tent to him too. You can tell he got some nigga in it. African don't mean black though.
Because the Middle East in Africa.
Yeah, that's why I meant tan. Like, let's agree that she had some nigga in her, period. You know, she might not have been fully African, but she had some nigga. She wasn't fully white. That's what they're complaining about.
They ain't even saying nothing about white. The Egyptians are saying that.
But the Egyptians that are there now aren't
they saying that she
from
was
that time. That's the argument. You're not even from that land. So how the fuck you gonna try to say, oh, we want her to look like us, and you weren't there during that time? That's the argument. But let's get back to this because we're getting off topic.
I understand that there's a challenge with speaking it. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about deciphering. Deciphering is to make out words. To translate, we can translate the Kemetic language. So that's the deal. That's the deal. By the way, Boss Nation, a few people in the chat, Boss Nation said, who told me it was a real Jabari?
What's that mean, Jay?
Well, you should understand that the glyphs tell me that the exact same insect that is being depicted in the glyphs is an insect that still lives. We know exactly.
Thank you, Professor Cupcakes.
We call it a beetle. They didn't use the word beetle. They used the word capper. That's where that term comes from. And in fact, if you are going to say that you are the general of the Aten Ra nation, that means you also believe that you can speak the word.
What the fuck is the Aten Ra nation?
This is when his attitude shifts. This is when you first start to realize he's defeated. He lost, and he knows he's losing badly.
Jabari don't even want to play with his food no more. He just want to break its neck and keep it moving, but it won't die.
Yeah, he just won't die. It's like fighting one of those Will you ever fight one of those crazy white bulls? When they get drunk, they just keep getting back up. One of those, but come on, motherfucker, yeah, hit me, knock his ass out. He get
You
the fuck
say
back
that
up.
like you mahogany, Mr. Lex.
No matter how much, yeah, that's why I say he said darker than me. Wait a minute, most Ethiopians ain't as dark as me. How dark is you, bro? That's nighttime dark, under the bed dark. All Africans are not black. All Europeans are not white. That's well said too, Seth.
Yo, look, they didn't used to accept Italian, so here we go.
You weren't considered white, black. You were considered your race. Where you from? There weren't races. There were where you were from. So no matter if you were black, white, yellow, tan, red, if you was from Europe, you were European.
Okay, I done played hooky for long enough. Let me get back to work before I get in trouble.
All right, because I'm
beat me.
We only got about like 20 minutes.
Help. Right, y'all.
He said that's a cokehead mood swing. Yeah. He was defeated. That's when you know he was defeated. Race is irrelevant. That's a fact too. This when you knew he was defeated. Because in the beginning he was all. That's why I said pay attention to his demeanor. Because in the beginning he was all, you can't beat me. I'm the world's greatest. To what the fuck, man? Cussing him out.
It's the word beetle.
Where
use the word capper.
Where'd all that energy go?
That's where that term comes from.
Where'd all that?
In fact, if
I'm the greatest energy go.
General of the Aten Ra nation, that means that you also believe that you can speak the word.
What the fuck is the Aten Ra nation,
brother? I think that you think that if you start using profanity, you're gonna knock me off my square. It don't work that way.
Yeah, you wanted to start an argument.
I want you to know. Don't make me pull up a video with you calling it Aten Ra nation.
And you did.
Ain't no Ra. You asked.
Aten nation is what you call it. That's what.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now, but you know why you don't say Aten Ra nation?
Because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It should be the Aten Ra nation, but you can't read it.
Talking about I do not care.
Show me the symbols. Show me the symbols for Aten.
My point is this.
See, all the shit you talk about, I do not care. I know you don't care because you know you lost badly.
Show me the symbols for Aten. It's the name you use.
And he defeated you with your own words.
The conversation and show us the. Or do you want me to show you the?
See, you hear him. No matter what you say, you can't teach him nothing. You can't teach him that he's wrong. You can't teach nothing. You can't teach him nothing. How can you teach somebody who, when he gets mad that he's wrong, he gets butthurt? That means that lets us know that you're not willing to learn. You just think that you know everything. How can anybody teach somebody who thinks they know everything already? And then when you prove that they're wrong, he don't even want to accept that he's wrong.
Latin, even English language.
Look, there you go back to the bullshit again.
Latin etymological origins, and it's why the Latin Vulgate was out before. It was the original biblical text before it was even translated into English. And Spanish comes from Italy, a Spaniard originally.
Oh my God! What the fuck does this have to do with the word "capper"?
Latin before it was translated into English. So I said to say this, just like You're saying that this language has been translated. Either way it go.
What bothers me is he keeps trying to sound smart and spewing out all this regurgitated shit, and you sounding stupid because you keep trying to spew out regurgitated shit that has nothing to do with the topic. See, you can do that with dumb people, but you're not going to do that with people who actually know what they're talking about, because all you're doing is deflecting and beating around the bush.
Words you're using today, some way, somehow, are connected to a Caucasian man. And if you're saying that the Metanetra has been deciphered, according to John Champollion and other Europeans that have,
that's why he only got groupies,
or claim to have deciphered this language, they say it was done through demotic text. Okay, so that means you would have to import. You would have to
see. Now you're making false information. You said they say. Who's they? Your resources is always they. They say. They say. Who's they?
Deciphered this language or claim to have deciphered this language. They say it was done through demotic text.
Now watch when he called him out on this shit.
That
Watch
means
what
you
he
would
does.
you would have to accept the involvement of the English language, the Aryan language, the Nordic language, the Germanic language,
regurgitated
the Greco language,
gobbledygook.
and the Roman language, which means some way, somehow, there would be.
Seth, I'm about to make some t-shirts. I'm about to make that a slogan too.
The
Gobbledygook.
history of our ancestors.
King of
To accept
gobbledygook.
Them saying, if
That's
you
his name,
accept them
King
saying that
Gobbledygook.
they successfully translated these texts. What I'm saying is, I believe, and I have scientific proof. Scientific proof that a lot of these.
I don't think he understands what scientific proof means neither. Finding a picture that you don't even know is real and then typing something under it isn't scientific proof.
Stories have just been.
That's just you finding a picture and typing some shit under it.
And a lot of this stuff is not true, you know. And we only have understanding about some of.
So if the stories aren't true, that means you telling us that you're a reincarnated Pharaoh Aten means that you're full of shit. Because what you're telling us is that you believe that these stories aren't true, but yet you're still trying to tell us that you're a reincarnated version of these stories that you say aren't true. So what does that mean? You're full of shit. That's what that means. That means you're full of shit.
You know, the things that we cannot prove as best as possible through, you know, we still have to acknowledge that.
And we want our money back. You said you were going to give it back.
But I mean, I don't know what's hard to understand about that. If you accept John Champollion or any of the Caucasians' alleged successes of deciphering the language, and you have to also accept the path to which he say he deciphered it. And that's even that in itself is questionable and is not true.
Yo, that video, he finished his live.
I haven't spent a lot of time with Sonnet.
I think I want to
recently, but when people make claims,
hold up, let me see
in
if I
this
can.
Extraordinary require extraordinary evidence. You said that they said John Champollion said that he translated it using the demonic text. I'm going to say something that we always say here.
Now watch this shit. Watch what he does.
Show me where Champollion or Thomas Young.
Now remember when he said they said he used demonic text to write it. Now remember I highlighted that. Now watch what Jabari do.
Require extraordinary evidence. You said that they said John Champollion said that he translated it using the demonic text. I'm going to say something that we always say here. Source up. Show me where Champollion or Thomas Young said that they translated this using the demonic text. Show me the way that is.
Okay.
Like the video. Thumb up the video.
Oh, shall we back on? So this is where I would tell you, just like I told Shinether, I'm not pulling out no PowerPoint.
You're full of shit.
Until the day of.
Okay.
Yeah, until the day of.
Okay.
I already have a PowerPoint slide with over 100 slides. Like I said, Polite couldn't get through.
Right.
So you're not going to be able to get through me. But what I want to say is I just want to I want to put this out there.
I don't.
How you gonna claim and get through you, and you won't even prove it?
The reality is, you're speaking with Jabari.
You're not, because listen to me, because you're not nobody.
Okay.
You're not nobody.
I'm not nobody.
Wow.
Him don't even like each other.
English, and that's what you're struggling with the.
A high school dropout just told a Cornell alumni, Egyptian priest, that he's not nobody. This is where I find this crazy. Okay, now that video, that live that he just did earlier, where he was talking about that situation with the girl, he's done, and I can rewind it to the spot where he said the shit. Do y'all want to see that? He said his apartment complex. My apartment complex is targeting me because of the incident. He's trying to say that his apartment complex is targeting him because of him getting robbed. What I think it is he can't pay his bills. They're about to evict his ass, and he needs an excuse to get ahead of it. I mean, we already in the bitch. Let's just finish this. We can do this shit tomorrow.
You're not nobody.
Right.
You're not nobody. You don't believe deep in your heart that you better than the light.
Right.
You don't.
He said he don't believe deep in his heart.
Right.
He told him he don't believe it.
Know that deep down.
Wow, he just told him that he deep down. He told him deep down that he knows that he's nobody. Wow.
Right.
Wow.
You don't even. I don't even. We him don't even like each other.
English, and that's why you're struggling with the matter.
You're not nobody.
Right.
You're not nobody. You don't believe deep in your heart that you better than the light.
Right.
What?
Right.
Zodiac don't even believe that.
Right.
He said you don't even to it. Zodiac definitely believe he's better than Polite. He almost knocked Polite the fuck out too. You saw him tell Polite to cross that line, and everybody looked like a deer in headlights, huh? If you want to do something, cross the fucking line. Blink, 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 blinkety, blink, blink. That's all he does. Stood there, blink, 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 blink. Zodiac wanted that smoke.
Nobody else like that.
That was corny how the white boy jumped behind Zodiac. He was talking shit and then jumped behind Zodiac. He looked like a little brother standing behind his big brother talking shit. Yeah, nigga. Yeah. I told you I was going to get my brother. That's what he looked like. That shit was crazy. You stood another grown man standing behind another grown man.
Down inside.
Yeah, this is beyond childish.
I don't know what state you're in. I hope weed is legal there because you done smoked something really good.
Very good. He's smoking that good shit.
You're not bad.
It's good.
Very good.
It ain't never been nobody in the history. It ain't never been nobody in the history of this platform.
That's who this is. I just want you to know.
Please be from Mr. General Frozen.
Fuck it, I want to see what he's talking about. Hold on, y'all. I want to see what he's talking about.
I got to make sure that at all times.
I didn't mean to click on the video, but fuck it.
This one thing after another, and I know y'all probably feel like you always in some shit. It ain't me though. Is this me?
It's really not you.
It ain't me. It ain't me. It's them.
It ain't me. Did you just say it ain't me? It's them? It ain't me? What?
At all times. I don't know what y'all want me to say, man. It's one thing after another, and I know y'all probably feel like he always in.
Oh, he ain't got no sources. And when he does show it, when he does show his source, it's him. He's his own source. Matter of fact, well, let me go back to that. I ain't gonna be in the middle of that shit and just stop it. No, that ain't it. That's Bird versus Brother Polite.
Deciphering is to make out for the meaning of to deal. That's the deal.
Leon and other Europeans.
By Boss Nation, a few people in the chat. Boss Nation said, "Who told you it was a beetle, Jabari? All made up." Well, you should understand that the glyphs tell. I think that you think that if you start using profanity, you're gonna knock me out. So why don't you elevate the conversation and show us me to show the symbols?
Look what Jabari title says: historian, author, and Kemetic priest. What does your title say, young Pharaoh?
Because I can.
No matter what you say, right? Even earlier, you said something about Espanol, like Latin, even English language. Go the words you're using today, some way, somehow, are connected to a Caucasian man. And if you're saying that this language has been translated, either way it go, the word has been translated into English. And Spanish comes from Italy. A Spaniard originally is just a Caucasian man who spoke Latin before it was translated into English. So I said to say this, just like you're saying this language has been translated, either way it go, the words you're using today, some way, somehow, are connected to a Caucasian man. And if you're saying that the Metanetra has been deciphered, according to John Champollion and other Europeans that have deciphered
Jenny stupid
or claim to have deciphered this language, they say it was done through demotic text.
Who's they? So that's what we would. Okay, now we're back where we're at.
We would have to accept the involvement of the English language, the Aryan language, the Nordic language, the Germanic language, the Greco language, and the Roman language, which means some way, somehow, there would be
Isn't Greco-Roman? Wait, I know that because it's a wrestling style. I used to wrestle Roman Greco. That's what they called it, Roman Greco. It's a style of wrestling. So wouldn't Roman be? Isn't Roman and Greco the same thing? Coma, what's up? Isn't Roman and Greco the same thing? Can somebody confirm that? I could have sworn Roman and Greco were the same thing.
Language, the Nordic language, the Germanic language, the Greco language, and the Roman language, which means some way, somehow, there would be a colonial infiltration of thought.
Roman Greco is a combination of both. Okay.
Ancestors. If you accept them saying,
because that was my wrestling style, Roman Greco.
Successfully translated these texts. What I'm saying is, I believe, and I have scientific proof. Scientific proof.
You said he got scientific proof.
Stories have just been created at later times and then backdated, and a lot of this stuff is not true. You know, and we only have understanding about some of the things that we cannot prove.
Max
as best as possible through we still have to acknowledge that it is not being proven through our native tongue. But I mean, I don't know what's hard to understand about that. If you believe
you talking in circles,
if you accept John Champollion or any of the Caucasians,
John Champollion isn't a fucking geologist. He's not a scholar.
Deciphering the language, and you have to also accept the path to which he say he deciphered it.
He's not a scholar. He ain't nothing.
Itself is questionable and is not true.
Okay. Now I know that you haven't spent a lot of time with Sonnetter on this platform recently. But
now we get to the nitty gritty.
Make claims in this environment. You're going to hear me say "écrit." Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. You said that they said John Champollion said that he translated it using the demotic text. I'm going to say something that we always say here: source up. Show me where Champollion or Thomas Young said that they translated this using the demonic text. Show me where that is.
Okay.
Like the video. Thumb up the video.
When you made your claim about your credentials, you had your whole pack. You had a whole package, all these packages sitting right next to you. You wanted to show us your PowerPoints in your package, but then when you say source up about some shit that you know you're lying about, now all of a sudden you don't want to show no sources. Bro, stop.
Oh, shit, we back on. So this is where I would tell you, just like I told Sonnetter, I'm not pulling out no PowerPoint until the day of. Until the day of. I already have a PowerPoint slide with over 100 slides. Like I said, but light couldn't.
Where is it?
Right. So you are not going to be able to get through me. But what I want to say is,
I don't think he made the PowerPoint yet. I don't think he made it yet, or he can't find it because you keep talking about this PowerPoint, but won't show no slides off this PowerPoint.
I just want to just like I want to put this out there.
I don't know why you continue to make polite the standard. The reality is you're speaking with Jabari.
You're not, because listen to me, because you're not nobody.
Okay.
You're not nobody.
I'm not nobody.
Right.
You don't even. I don't even. Me and him don't even like each other.
English, and that's why you're struggling with
somebody get that nigga some oil. Can somebody please get some oil for that chair?
Right.
I thought my chair squeaked bad.
You don't believe deep in your heart that you better than the light.
Right.
You do.
Right.
Sorry, I don't even believe that.
Right.
Nobody else, I never know that. Deep down inside.
Can I say something? I don't know.
And he admitted that he don't like Sinetta. He said, me and Sinetta don't like each other. And we can agree on that.
What state you're in? I hope weed is legal there because you've done smoked something really good.
Yeah,
in the state you sit in.
You're not bad.
It's good.
It ain't never been nobody in the history of this. It ain't never been nobody.
See, this is where you know he's defeated. He goes into trying to insult you and then trying to list some credentials and claim he did this and did that. What did that got to do with you losing this debate right here and right now?
In the history of this platform,
that's who this is.
That's ever.
I just want you to know
you're losing. How can you say somebody you're losing to ain't better than you?
I asked young Pharaoh to show me where he could find Capra in an English dictionary. I showed you that it's not there.
You are asking me. You are asking me to pull up a power. I'm not pulling up.
He's not asking you to pull up a PowerPoint. He's asking you to give a resource to where you got your information from. Now, you don't have to pull up the PowerPoint. Now, if you really did the research, you would know where to go to find. You will go right back to the place that you found the information from. Like I said, the difference between him and a teacher. If a teacher gives you some information, he's going to tell you where to go find it. You can find it in this textbook here. This website has an article on it. Oh, this newspaper wrote about it. He's going to tell you to go to Otten Spooniversity. He wants you to be a Spoonopian. Otten Spooniversity. They follow the 3 S's: serve, spoon, and submit. That's all you're going to do over there.
The source of, as he says, that they translated the Medu-Netter using demonic text. So I want you to put a pin in that. He says he's not going to show us today. Put a pin in it, okay?
Yes, I will put a pin in it.
No, not for you. I'm saying for the audience, so they know that you're doing this. The other thing that he's doing that I think is disingenuous is that he continues to say that Caucasians deciphered it. The reality is this:
they claimed it.
The same people from Eurasia that extinguished the language. Some of their kind then went back and were able to use a variety of sources and were able to re-decipher it. They didn't write the text. Do you not? So
nobody,
what I'm saying
Professor,
to you is
nobody.
That when we talk
but
about
that big chick that be up there caping for.
I want you to understand that you're talking to someone who travels to Kemet every year.
He ain't never
Are you
stepped foot
telling
on the
me
soil.
that when we go to the Valley of the Kings and Queens and see millions of glyphs on those walls, you're saying that all of those glyphs were made up? When you go to the temple that is generally known as Karnak, Ipet Isut, and the temple that's known as the Temple of Luxor, Ipet Risiet, all of that is made up. You're talking about material culture that could not be made up. There's that much stuff there. So when he says that it's all been made up, once again, I'm going to
if the story wasn't made up, then they would match the physical age.
You need to stop watching Ancient
Aliens.
Aliens.
Came off.
In this place,
listen what this nigga said.
If the stories is true, then why are the structures older than the story?
This is how you need to stop watching Ancient Aliens, bro. Because you saying that you're reciting Ancient Aliens word for word.
And so I want
if the stories are true, Jabari, then why are the structures of Egypt older than the stories?
Wait, how can... He said, if the stories aren't true, then how... If the stories that are inside of the structures are true, then how are the structures that the stories are on older than the stories themselves? Let that marinate. The stories are on the structures, but he's saying, how are the structures older than the stories? Let that marinate.
Man, there you go with that bullshit.
That's what it's all about, Trey. The fuck is he talking about?
Now you see something? You know you don't fucked up, right?
No. I said no. I said I pulled into the garage at...
You know you don't fucked up, right?
No.
Yo, but these same scholars that he's trying to discount, he's using these scholars as resources. The same scholars he tell us, oh, the Caucasians wrote it, so it's fake. And then goes and grabs one of those Caucasians as a fucking resource. Watch. Jabari gonna point it out.
What did you say? If the stories are true, if the meta nature was successfully deciphered and the stories are true, then why are the structures that the stories are being applied to older than the actual story?
You'll find the stories in the structures.
Dumbass.
Yeah, you're supposed to, but
no, you can.
But the issue is the structures are older than the
How do you know that? Did you?
Brother, how
where are you getting that from?
Because over 250 geologists have.
So you didn't go over there and do the research yourself. You're going off of these so-called 200 geologists that you never named not one of them. You didn't actually do the dating and the what they call it when they backdate stuff. What's that called? When they find out the age of stuff by the soil and stuff. Carbon date. You didn't go back there and carbon date anything. You're going off of these Europeans that you keep saying who you discredit. You just did listen to what he's saying. How do you discredit the Europeans and then try to use them as evidence?
You'll find the stories in the structures.
Yeah, you're supposed to, but
no, you can.
But the issue is the structures are older than the stories.
Brother, how could you make that claim?
Because over 250 geologists have pumped millions of gallons of water out.
So the same 200 geologists, you just discredited their work 5 minutes ago. And you're using these same people to prove your point. Idiot.
In the basements of these structures, there's specific weathering on the west sides of the pyramids. There's only if an inch to 4 inches of rain a year in Egypt. So even based upon the calculation of the water damage on these structures alone, the water damage puts
Stop watching Ancient Aliens,
nothing
bro.
less to 40 to 100,000 years beyond the story.
You reciting Ancient Aliens word for word.
So my thing is, if the meta nature or whatever you saying has successfully been deciphered, then why are the stories that are being related to the structures unequivocal in age of the actual structures?
Two things. When you're talking about questions around weathering, you're not talking about weathering on the Mer or the Merkut. You're not talking about the weathering on the pyramid. You're talking about the weathering on that beast, the Heruimakit,
No, I'm not. Don't tell me what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the pyramids.
Wait, I'll let you finish, brother. I'll let you finish. You're not going to do that. You are not going to do that when I sat here and listened to you say something.
You gotta let him finish, Pharaoh. Pharaoh, you gotta let him finish.
Now watch this. He's arguing with Jabari saying, he's telling me what I'm talking about. Jabari's going to be like, he's talking about the Sphinx. And he can be like, no, I'm not. And then pull up a picture of the fucking Sphinx.
And I listened to you speak.
Watch this shit. This is when I was like, oh, this boy is special kind of dumb.
Weathering on the side of the Sphinx.
Yeah, carbon dating.
I'm also going to say
250 geologists.
He is talking
geologists testified that millions of gallons of water.
We're not going to do it this way. We're not going to do it this way.
Young Pharaoh, you gotta let him finish, bro. You gotta let him finish.
You got to answer to what I said.
Don't
make up something to answer to.
You're not going to just ignore what I'm saying and keep and continue to speak. But if he thinks that he knows something about weathering in front of the mirror, then I challenge him to do something else. And this is something that I know that he cannot do. Something very simple. Something that anyone that is making these claims can do. Sonetta, please show this. Where's your picture in front of the places that you're telling me?
None. Ain't never been there. But he going to tell you what he's going to
about something.
Tell him.
Have never explored study.
Now watch this shit.
This is the challenge that we have.
He ain't never been there, but he going to tell you what's over
By
there.
the way, this isn't even last year. Look at my beard. This is from 2014.
And this is the question I got for young Pharaoh. How do you know if the pictures are real if you ain't never been over there? Every picture that you pull up could be fake. If you have never seen the pyramids physically with your own eyes, how the hell can you tell somebody what's in them and what they look like? You get my text?
Yes, I'm about to make the baby.
I know you ain't finna do what I think you about to do.
It's not gonna be loud.
You tripping.
So what I want you to understand very clearly is that we're in a situation where we're having a brother that's trying to grapple with some issues. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you invalidate people who have done really, really powerful research on this, simply because you don't think that they say anything, and you've not done research on these topics yourself, now what we're doing is we're exploring what we could call flights of fancy. The reality is, he would need to show me that any of these Merkut, he said, are 40,000 years old. In the Sonetta TV Black News 102 environment, we say source up.
That's all you got to do.
So this is a problem.
Huge problem.
If you had just stayed to your first few sentences, we would be finished now, and you wouldn't be in the tough place that you're in right now.
Yes, you are.
So
you're in a very tough place. There's no way out of this shit.
I'm pulling up that.
All the stuff that you are saying.
Now watch what he pull
is
up.
Ridiculous. And notice that he also didn't tell us he uses opt-in for everything. I would like for him to tell us how he knows that deity is called opt-in if the language has not been deciphered. He's not going to answer this.
Hey, yo,
why? He can't answer it.
All right, I don't see nothing yet.
Hold up.
All right, shout out to Tahuti. We got Tahuti in the building as well.
I share my screen. Okay, so now this is just one of many. You know what I'm saying? Images that I have. But like, I just want to say this nigga don't know what the fuck you talking about. You just really shut the fuck up.
See, now you want to insult him.
Don't curse it, Pharaoh. Remember, I said that earlier.
You don't know what you talking about.
Come on.
You're mad.
What does it say? Show me how that slide says what you say.
He mad. My brother used to do that shit to me all the time to piss me off. You mad? You mad? You got embarrassed. My brother, that shit used to tick me the fuck off. And I want to do that shit to him, right? You're mad. Got him. Oh, shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck he talking about. If I was on that panel, that's what I would have said. Ah, he got him. He mad. How the fuck the whole show up? He mad. Blink, 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 blink. He mad as shit. He shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck he talking about.
One of many, you know what I'm saying? Images that I have, but like, I just want to say this nigga don't know what the fuck you talking about. You need to really shut the fuck up.
So show me.
Yo, no cursing, Pharaoh. Remember, I said that earlier.
I'm showing you so.
Come on, he's showing you respect. He's showing you respect.
Show me how that slides. That's what you say.
This is just be quiet, please. Damn, shut the fuck up. This is
look, he mad.
This is the lower chamber of the Red Pyramid. So this is one of the points of argument that I want to just continue to say. I mean, before I jump into it, these are erosions in the sides of the Sphinx.
Oh!
Name the Sphinx.
No, I'm not. I'm going through images.
He's still trying to lie and say, no, I'm not. He literally just said you were talking about this pyramid and the Sphinx. And you told him, let's go back. Listen, watch this shit. Watch this shit. And then all the writing on here is his. So you didn't pull up no proof. All the writing on here is his. Now listen to this shit.
Say to you, I also Beast, the heroin market.
No, I'm not. Don't tell me what I'm talking
on the Myrrh or the Miracle. You're not talking about the weathering on the pyramid. You're talking about the weathering on that Beast, the heroin market.
No, I'm not. Don't tell me what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the pyramids.
Wait, I'll let you finish, brother. I'll let you finish. You're not going to do that. You are not.
Now he said. Now watch this shit. Now watch when you pull up the pictures. Is everything that Jabari just said.
For everything. I would like for him to tell us.
Everything is what Jabari just said.
Is called
and then he's still gonna be like, no, I didn't.
Not been deciphered.
Do you realize we're recording this shit?
This.
Hey,
look, so I net a stretch. Yeah, I got another one. Yeah, this is gonna be great content. Yeah, I got his dumb ass. Sinetta killed two birds with one stone. He proved that you was a fraud and got content off you. Sinetta, you the GOAT for this. Sinetta definitely the GOAT for this. When it comes to fucked up controversy, Sinetta, he got the title because he'll get other people to do it. Hassan Campbell, he's a dummy because he'll go out and do the ignorant shit himself. Sinetta, he'll get other people to be ignorant.
I can't answer it.
All right, I don't see nothing yet.
Hold up.
All right, shout out to Tahuti. We got Tahuti in the building as well.
I share my screen. Okay, so now this is just one of many. You know what I'm saying? Images that I have, but like I just want to say this nigga don't know what the fuck you talking about. You need to really shut the fuck up.
So show me.
Yo, no cursing, Pharaoh. Remember, I said that earlier.
I'm showing you so.
Come on, he's showing you respect. He's showing you respect.
Show me how that slides. That's what you say.
This is just be quiet, please. Damn, shut the fuck up. This is the lower chamber of the Red Pyramid. So this is one of the points of argument that I want to just.
And everything on here is all shit he wrote. You can't use yourself as a resource. You cannot, I repeat, when somebody asks you to source up, you can't go to some shit that you wrote. You're not a scholar. I can see if you were a scholar and you had degrees and stuff, that's different. You can definitely do that because you have the credentials to. But you're just a high school dropout, a middle school dropout. We can't go off your word. Show us where you got that information from. That's what he's asking you. He's not asking you to show us some information that you wrote down. He's asking you to show us where you got it from. And you can never show us where you got it from. You can only show us these PowerPoints that you fabricated, plagiarized.
before I jump into it, these are
the Sphinx
erosions in the sides of the Sphinx.
Oh,
exactly what he just said.
No, I'm not. I'm going through images. Shut the fuck up.
Facts, Myra.
Young Pharaoh.
King Pharaoh, tell him stop talking while I'm talking.
Let him go, Jabari. Let him go, Jabari.
You did it the whole time.
Look, now you want to insult and call him a lame ass nigga. You mad?
This is 3 different forms of water damage on 3 different structures. I'm not just talking about one structure. Now, not only
he named more than one structure.
There's way more structures outside of these 3. And the point I'm trying to make is the water damage, not just weathering from sand, but the water damage.
What a coincidence that all the structures that ancient aliens are mentioned. You said there's way more structures, but you only mentioned the exact structures that ancient aliens mentioned.
You better be careful, little buddy.
Stop watching Ancient Aliens, nigga.
Is so severe on these structures that, and this was confirmed.
Stop watching Spirit Science.
Geologists, you can go get Stephen Mailer.
Stephen Mailer's not a geologist.
Older than the stories applicable to who they say built them. Period. Here's water in the bottom of the temple of Osiris. This water used to be at way of a higher depth. So the point I'm trying to make is my argument goes even longer than this, but I'm not going to show you my PowerPoint. But my point is, when you actually use real science,
please don't show the PowerPoint,
and real chemistry to date the pyramids, you will see that not just date.
Bro, you keep saying use real science. Do you know how much money it costs to carbon date something? You don't have carbon dating tools and materials to carbon date something. So how you going to say that? And how you going to say when you use real science? You've never been over there. What science did you use to date the pyramids, bro? This is the part where you trying to sound smart, but actually sound really stupid. What science did you use? You keep talking about when you use real science and chemistry. You have not been over there. So what science and chemistry did you use to carbon date some shit that you've never physically been around? Message.
The pyramids, but in real chemistry to date the pyramids, you will see that not just date the pyramids.
So you're going off of somebody else's carbon dating, is what you're saying.
But date pretty much all structures throughout Egypt. You'll see that there was a body of water there before the Nile River was there, called the Nile River, and this is why the Nile River is 8 miles off of its natural course. But you'll see that there was enough. Water there to sustain. You'll see that the entire landscape of Egypt was totally different than what we're taught. And not only that, you'll see that these structures are at minimum 40 to 100,000 years old, and this puts them above and beyond the scope of the stories that they're attributing to a lot of these structures or who they're saying built them. For example, how could Khufu have built the Red Pyramid?
He didn't build the Red Pyramid.
It's older. If its physical existence proves that it was here before even the date.
Now watch this shit. Now this is where it gets really bad.
The Temple of Ramesses was here before.
Now this is where this gets really bad.
All of these structures are older than the good majority of the stories given to us by Egyptologists. This is a fact. This is a fact. This is a fact. That's an undeniable fact that nobody is able to get around.
Now watch
That's
this.
an undeniable fact.
He's about to get all the way around this shit.
That's an undeniable fact.
Are you finished? You're saying the same thing over and over again. Are you finished?
Do you understand that, though?
I'd like to respond to what you just said.
Yeah, brother. Jabari.
First of all, I want you to understand. He said, "How could Khufu have built the Red Pyramid?" Khufu didn't build the Red Pyramid. His father did, Seneferu.
And said
No historian says that
said he
Khufu
was
built the Red
teaching that and going against the Hebrews.
How could he?
Wait a minute, brother.
Hold up, Pharaoh. You gotta let him finish.
Clear about this. We need to be very
Said he was
clear
teaching
about
that going
this.
against the Hebrews.
Young Pharaoh is out of his depth. He'd be
Way
better
out of
to
his
be
depth.
in my class
Yeah.
than to be arguing with me tonight.
Yeah, you was better off. And what you keep adjusting your camera for, nigga? He getting on my nerves. This Tahuti guy, the dude, the villain from Princess and the Frog. What do you keep adjusting your camera for? You ain't even talking.
The reality is that no
He
one
keep moving his camera
that
up
the
and
Red
down.
Pyramid was built by Khufu. The Red Pyramid was built by his father.
Dumbass.
His father built 2 or 3 Merkutu. Seneferu.
Listen,
So I just want you to know.
Hold on, young Pharaoh. You gotta let him finish, brother.
And I also need for you to hear very clearly that I asked him to source up. He showed me a picture with his typing on the bottom of it. Does he think that's a source? Does he think that's...
Thank you, Jabari, for proving what I've been saying all year. I've been saying this all year, yo. The difference, he's not a teacher, because a teacher is going to show you where you can find the information. Young Pharaoh is only going to direct you to himself. And you ask him, where can I find these resources? Go to my PowerPoint. That's not a resource.
I cited my source. I said Stephen
Pharaoh, you gotta let him finish, brother.
And I also need for you to hear very clearly that I asked him to source up. He showed me a picture with his typing on the bottom of it. Does he think that's a source?
Dumbass.
Does he think that's a source?
I cited my
He
source.
really thinks, yeah, he does.
I said Stephen Mailer.
Very clear.
I said Stephen Mailer if you wasn't a different geologist.
If you
I said
were going to
Stephen Mailer. I said
Young Pharaoh. Come on, brother. You gotta let him finish, brother.
Now watch he said, I said Stephen Mailer. I said Stephen. Watch he shoot that shit down too. He just sniped you right out of the sky.
He's giving you that respect, man.
He duck hunting. He shot that nigga right out of the sky.
You have to know how to
He was flying high in the beginning.
A source. And unfortunately, our brother is not pulling sources.
He was flying high in the beginning, and Jabari totally shot him right out the air with a missile, a RPG. He shot that nigga right out of the air.
Stephen Mailer is a source.
Stephen Mailer isn't a source. He's not a geologist.
And now he wants us to believe something based on, I guess, because he said it.
How?
Thank you.
That's what he thinks he's saying.
Thank
so
you,
let me show
Jabari.
you a scholarly article here. I mean, you know, I wasn't prepared to answer such a ridiculous comment, but we can do this on the fly because it is ridiculous.
It is.
I just went to JSTOR, right? And you'll see that I have a scholarly package on JSTOR because I'm
a scholar.
A scholar.
Good.
And so as you look here, you're going to see this article is the length of Seneferu's reign and how long it took to build the...
Now, I want you to listen carefully to what's being said here and listen to young Pharaoh's reaction, because he's showing him a source proving Seneferu's reign, and he's going to tell this man that Seneferu was made up. Oh, baby.
And so as you look here, you're going to see this article is the length of Seneferu's reign and how long it took to build the Red Pyramid. Khufu did not build the Red Pyramid. So this brother is out of his depth. This is a real problem here.
Look,
he showed you some rocks and said This proves that.
Look at him. He looked like he's scrambling to trying to find something, some type of something that'll get him out of this hole. But he can't find nothing. And he look at him. He look flustered. Look at him rubbing his head. That's that. I'm defeated. That's that. Oh shit! I didn't. Oh shit! That's that. Oh shit! I don't know what to say. Oh shit!
There's water there. But let's be clear. There are several temples that have groundwater. That doesn't mean that's groundwater. It's not from rains. And as I said to you, the only part that is in a lively debate. By the way, many scholars think the debate is over. I happen to not believe the debate is entirely over. But there are many scholars that argue that there's weathering on the side of the Herumakit statue that might argue that it is older. As I told you that was the correct story, he went to his sources and realized that's the correct story. See, I have been teaching this for almost as long as you have been alive. So you have to understand, dear brother.
He's been teaching this longer than he's been alive.
You can tell me all you want. You can say you want to disrespect my credentials all you want.
Yup, teachers share sources. That's the best way to put it.
Is that you are only competing with cat videos.
Hurry up and be done.
Rick Ross actually set this debate up.
Hurry up and be
done. So if you want
Look,
to be able to articulate
Lil Durk set him up for this.
yourself, you need to show us a proper source.
That's all he's saying.
The only thing that young Pharaoh
See, this is you're defeated. You keep trying to over talk him. You trying to cut him off. You lost. You lost.
Us. I'm not gonna even go there. I'm not gonna even go there.
Oh, okay. So
I want young Pharaoh to just stick.
Okay, so let me say this to so he can stop wasting my time.
I'm wasting your time. I'm waiting an hour for you, brother.
Sneferu and Khufu are not even real people that ever actually existed.
He got kicked out. I knew it.
Just means
I told you. I knew it. He got evicted. I told you. I told you. Fuck this. We going to that video. Fuck this. I don't want to watch this no more. I'm going to that video. We're going back to that video. I told you that nigga couldn't pay his rent. He got kicked the fuck out, and now he's trying to say that it was over the thing.
And I ain't saying I'm gonna be unfair with my kids, but I would rather tell my son, "Quick, get up."
No, not
versus tell my daughter, "Girl, get up." Yeah. Because you a girl. Like if your ass get up and you show some heart. Peace be from Mr. General for another powerful live stream. I look good. I got to make sure that at all times. I don't know what y'all want me to say, man. There's one thing after another, and I know y'all probably feel like you always in some shit. It ain't me though. Is this me?
It's really not you.
It ain't me.
It ain't me.
It's the other side.
Did he say it ain't me?
It ain't me. It ain't me. It's them. I know y'all probably feel like you always in some shit.
Did he just say it ain't me?
It ain't me though. Is this me? It's really not you. It ain't me.
Breaking news. I gotta change the title. Young Pharaoh gets evicted from apartment. He gonna try to blame it on the robbery. Why would the apartment complex blame you for getting robbed? I think you knew you were getting evicted. You set up this robbery shit to cover you getting evicted.
It ain't me. It ain't me.
We're gonna go over this again tomorrow.
Watching goddamn let me show you. Watching Death Battle. In the car.
Fast forward.
It's like an anime joint, right? They got mad little raw joints, Batman versus Black.
I don't give a fuck about
more
this.
little joints like that shit. But I said I could say this. I had the Mexican lady come today. You know, I don't know if her race is relevant or whatnot, but I'm just giving y'all a description. So I had a Mexican woman come today because, like I said, y'all tell me what y'all think. Long story short, a mad fire joints on here. They got goddamn Wolverine versus Raiden, Boba Fett versus Predator. They got mad little matchups, but long story short, I be fucking with little joints like that. But yeah, long story short, y'all, like I said, I'm just reporting my daily experiences. You know what I'm saying? I'm just reporting my daily experiences. So, like I said, y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all tell me what y'all think, even though we know, but y'all tell me what y'all think. And the reason I like to get the views of the public, not all the time, but in most instances, especially when you're dealing with the corporate world, is because we know some people like to lie.
You said they don't like you because you're young, black, and rich?
You know, I don't know if her race is relevant or whatnot, but
I'm at it right now with a Mexican woman.
So I had a Mexican woman come today because, as you've seen every time, and I'm not shitting on this apartment complex, because this is a beautiful apartment complex. And what did I tell you?
No, it's not.
Shit may just be like that.
That complex is not beautiful. Did you forget you walked when you first moved in? You walked outside the complex and did a pan around the thing?
But as you've seen, I ain't even been able to use my.
Yeah, rich people pay their rent.
For obvious reasons. Okay, so while maintenance was here today doing a great job clearing out my damn kitchen, I had a Mexican woman come in here today, y'all, and drop this notice off. I ain't gonna show y'all because it got personal information on it, but she dropped this notice off right here to vacate this premises for non-payment of rent and utilities.
I told you, Mom. Hey, Mom. He got evicted from his apartment for not paying his rent.
That's what you just said.
I told you. I told you. I had to tell my mom. I had to go tell my mom-in-law because she saw this shit coming. She called it. She called it earlier. When I saw the fucking title of the video, she called it. We both called this shit. I told you I'm the GOAT. That nigga broke. He lost his money. I told you. I told y'all niggas.
I'll show y'all because it got personal information on it. But she dropped this notice off right here to vacate this premises for non-payment of rent and utilities. Now, here's the thing, and I just checked my shit right in front of my company. My rent has been paid out for 2 to 3 months straight. My shit been paid out.
Why would they be evicted? It don't make sense, bro. You're not making sense. Shut the door. Shut the door. I know tomorrow your birthday. It's your birthday right now. Happy birthday, stinky butt. Y'all, I forgot. It's my daughter's birthday. Come on, say hi, everybody. Say hi. Say hi. Here go the birthday girl right here. Say hi. Hi. She turned 4 today. It's the birthday girl. Say hi. Hi. All right, you can go now. Love you.
Yes,
All right, you can go now. Oh, yeah, your balloon. All right, shut the door, too. I told y'all. Did I not tell y'all? Did I not tell y'all? Thanks, Max. Did I not tell y'all? I said, yo, I think he got evicted and he trying to blame it on the robbery. Did I not say that earlier? Did I not call this shit?
It got personal information on it, but she dropped this notice off right here to vacate this premises for non-payment of rent and utilities. Now, here's the thing, and I just checked my shit right in front of my company. My rent has been paid out for 2 to 3 months straight.
Stop lying, because if you had proof of that shit, you would have screenshotted it and put it up on the goddamn screen. You would have blanked all your personal information out, but you would have put it up showing that because you know he likes to document everything on the internet. So why wouldn't you document that?
My shit been paid out.
Thanks for all the birthday
so whether
love.
My shit was late, whether my shit was late or not, it will be late today. So my shit is not late. It ain't.
You rarely get evicted when you're 1 month late. That's what I'm saying. They said it was 2 months, didn't they?
y'all because it got personal. But as you've seen, I ain't even been able to use my fucking kitchen sink since I've been in here for obvious reasons.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
No, I have not seen that
so
car.
While maintenance was here today doing a great job clearing out my damn.
It's never his fault.
I had a Mexican woman come in here today, y'all, and drop this notice off.
They was clearing your kitchen out because they was ready to get you.
But she dropped this notice off right here to vacate.
Wait. He said they were there clearing out his kitchen. Why were they clearing out your kitchen? I don't think it's a coincidence that the maintenance are there clearing out your kitchen and the lady drops off an eviction notice. That's a strange coincidence. Do you agree? Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. That's a strange coincidence that they clearing out your shit and they drop off an eviction notice too. Sounds like the process was already in motion. It sounds like that's what I'm saying. He has no income. Nobody donating to him no more. He probably got a couple of donations, but you're not making money off YouTube and Twitter. I mean, Twitch. I know you're not making money off of Twitch because Twitch don't go off of views. You have to have subscribers. You get it is the difference. People can follow you, but to subscribe, you got to pay. He has 0 subscribers over there. So where's your money coming from?
I've been in here for obvious reasons. Okay. So while maintenance was here today doing a great job clearing out my damn kitchen, I had a Mexican.
I knew I should have went back and did this video.
Notice off. I ain't gonna show y'all because it got personal information on it. But she dropped this notice off right here to vacate this premises for non-payment of rent and utilities.
You ain't even been there 3 months.
Here's the thing, and I just checked my shit right in front of my company. My rent has been paid out for 2 to 3 months straight. My shit been paid out. So whether my shit was late, whether my shit was late or not, it will be late today. So my shit is not late. It ain't late. My shit is not late. So
wait.
My shit been paid out.
Wait. Wait. Did you hold up? You said it was paid in 2 months advance. You've only been there probably 2-3 months tops. So how are you late?
My rent has been paid out for 2 to 3 months straight.
My shit been paid out. See?
So whether my shit was late, whether my shit was late or not, it will be late today. So
that it did. What sense did that? What? How can it be paid in advance and late at the same time? Lord, don't make sense of the senseless. Where Tripsy's at?
So while maintenance was here today doing a great job clearing out my damn kitchen, I had a Mexican woman come in here today, y'all, and drop this notice off. I ain't gonna show y'all because it got personal information on it. But she dropped this notice off right here to vacate this premises for non-payment of rent and utilities. Now, here's the thing, and I just checked my shit right in front of my company. My rent has been paid out for 2 to 3 months straight. My shit been paid out.
He said it's been paid out for 2 to 3 months straight. So you don't even know how long you paid it out. That's a problem. And then you said it's late. It will be late.
So whether my shit was late, whether my shit was late or not, it will be late today. So my shit is not late. It ain't late. My shit is not late. So my shit been paid out 2-3 goddamn months. Exactly. Now my thing is this: how did we skip a late notice? How did we skip a late notice? How did we skip a late notice to a straight notice to vacate? Now today is what?
That's what I'm saying. He ain't been there. He only been there like a month and a half, 2 months.
The 5th. shit was wrote up on the 5th. This shit say today's date. If I show y'all the bottom of it,
I think they did give you eviction notices, and that's when them days you were going on them rants talking about you want to kill America and fuck America. I think that's when you got the late notice and you knew it was coming and you were lashing out. That could have been why he was talking about he hoped everybody get raped and murdered, because he knew he was about to get evicted.
look, if I block that out and just show y'all the bottom of it, the date say the 5th. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck is you mad? How the fuck you gonna
Let me make my join now.
Like, you ain't give me no goddamn
hey, Jaded, I need a homeless
what's
joint.
the word I'm looking for? I just said it. When you late and they notify you that you late.
Hey, Jaded, we need a YP eviction thumbnail.
But they ain't even give me nothing, no notice or nothing that I'm late. So I feel like, motherfucker, if I'm late, what the fuck? Like, you ain't even tell me that I'm late.
You knew you was late. You knew you wasn't paying.
Moratorium, thank you, but I feel like, yo.
You said, what? Nigga, you know you not paying your rent. What the fuck they gotta tell you for? They knew you knew you wasn't paying your goddamn rent. He said, if I wasn't late, why didn't they tell me I was late? Nigga, you know you was late. Oh, man. Karma's a bitch.
But like, motherfucker, if I'm late, what the fuck? Like, you ain't even tell me that I'm late. Yeah, moratorium, thank you, but I feel like, yo, how I pay my rent 2-3 months the fuck out, and then on the day at the end of the day when it's the 2 to 3 months is up, like I acknowledge I'm supposed to pay my rent. I ain't got a problem paying my rent today. But the point is, when I be paying, my shit be paid 2-3 months out. So how the fuck is my rent paid 2-3 months out, but then on the day I'm supposed to pay it, you want to hit me on the day of with a vacate? You ain't even hit me with it.
None of this is making sense.
End of the day when it's the 2 to 3.
None of this is making sense.
I forgot what the fuck it's called. But they ain't even give me nothing, no notice or nothing that I'm late. So I feel like, motherfucker, if I'm late, what the fuck? Like, you ain't even tell me that I'm late. Yeah, moratorium, thank you, but I feel like, yo, how I pay my rent 2-3 months the fuck out, and then on the day at the end of the day when it's the 2 to 3 months is up, like I acknowledge I'm supposed to pay my rent. I ain't got a problem paying my rent today. But the point is, when I be paying, my shit be paid 2-3 months out. So how the fuck is my rent paid 2-3 months out, but then on the day I'm supposed to pay it, you want it?
It doesn't make sense. You said you paid 2-3 months out, but you haven't been there for 3 months. I don't think you've been there. Hold on. Let's go back to the let's see. How long ago I did the video YP lose his house? How long ago? Yeah, he's been there 3 months. I did the video 3 months ago. So he's been there about 3 months.
Hit me on the day of with a vacate. You ain't even hit me with a damn late. You ain't even hit me with something saying I was late. How did we skip that? How did we skip that? But really what it is they mad because I'm making somebody do their job about this security footage that they didn't want to get.
It don't sound right.
So I feel like, okay, so here's the options, right?
So why aren't you suing them?
Right? Here's the options, right? So the options is, okay, so if I pay this shit, even though technically today is the day that I'm late, if I pay this shit, is what? Is this go away, or y'all think y'all about to keep my bread? Because if y'all keeping my bread, then I'm not paying this shit if I gotta move. Then if I do move, okay, cool. So if I put a down payment on some shit, I ain't gonna lie, I'm about ready to go to Miami. I ain't gonna hold y'all up by the beach.
Not lying. This is a goddamn lie. You can't afford to be in the beach in Houston. You damn sure ain't gonna be able to afford to be out by the beach in Miami. You know how expensive Miami is? I've been down there. That shit is expensive. You can't afford that shit.
Goddamn, it's the closest.
You couldn't afford that shit when you had all that money.
But long story short, if I don't pay this shit, it is. But like I said, one thing I've learned at this point in my life is people start doing little sucker shit and doing little grimy shit when you get famous or when you got money. I don't know why they start doing it. Like I said, they start doing little grimy shit. But then it's like, yo, so if I do move, I'm about to move the fuck.
That don't make sense. If they knew you was famous and had money, why would they want to evict you? That don't make sense.
Fuck to Florida. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I'm about to get the fuck out of here and move to Florida.
You can't afford Florida.
On top of that, I said to say this. Okay, so if I get another apartment and I make a down payment and I pay my shit out for months straight, is this some bullshit that's gonna happen again? Is this some bullshit that's about to take the fuck place again?
Yeah, that is true. He said he paid 2 to 3 months. 2 to 3 months is about 60 days. 2 months. Let's say he paid 2 months out. That's 60 days. You still was a month late. Plus this month that just passed. Or this upcoming month. You paid 2 months. What about the other month?
Who does that? Who does that? So if I pay my rent out 2 to 3 months and then the 60 days or night, however the fuck long it was, I don't know. This shit go by, then on the day of when I'm supposed to pay my rent the next day, is this is what the fuck it is at the next due date? Like I said, this shit is crazy.
It's not crazy, nigga. Pay your rent on time, you wouldn't be having this problem. Pay your rent the way it's supposed to be paid. Wouldn't be a problem. You can't just pay a couple months ahead, stop worrying about it, and then forget how many months. You don't even know how many months you paid. You keep saying 2 to 3 months. So that means, to me, you're unsure of how much you paid. It sounds like you only paid 2 months. If this is true, you didn't pay the third month, forgot about it, or just didn't have the money. Now you're getting evicted. But that's where I'm going to stop it at. Because I don't want to go too much into it because we coming back to this shit tomorrow. Fuck that polite debate. We doing that. Oh, yeah. Breaking news. This nigga is homeless. That's what you get. That's what you get. You wish rape and murder on black women, black people, black women in particular. And now you're suffering the consequences. But shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that's, this is getting very wild. It is going to get wild. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that stopped by. One more time, if anybody wants to donate and help out with Princess Ma'at birthday party tomorrow, we throwing her little hotel party. So if anybody wants to help out with that, the Cash App is going along your screen at the bottom. If you would like to help or support the channel, don't forget to like, don't forget to share. Definitely share this. Definitely share this. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Make sure it's on all so you can be alerted and notified. Alerted and notified whenever I drop this heat. It's your boy, the one and only Brenda's baby, Remy L. Ma'at. You were just tuned in to Ma'at TV. I see y'all when I see y'all. Excuse me. Until then.
You better be careful, little buddy.